I got goddamn my bad. Technical difficulties and shit, my nigga. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, yeah, I think we straight now. All right, so look. All right, there we go. A lot of you know what I'm saying? Niggas got some boxing topics as usual, so I'm gonna let a few of y'all niggas pile up in this bitch. Shit, let me know if y'all can hear me. All right, I need to make sure I'm straight. Pile up in this bitch. You heard me? I'm gonna tell you like them other YouTubers. Don't just sit in the background spying. Not won't hit the like button. Over here, ear hustling, stealing content. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all that Stormy B man treatment. You know, don't do that. Come up in my shit. Oh, what they say? When you come in the house, take your shoes off, dust your feet off. You know, say hello, have manners. Make sure you check in. Yeah, all that bullshit. Let me get to my comments, my nigga. Yeah. Okay, see, yeah, so Joe, yeah, you let me know if a nigga straight. Yeah, so how we gonna run this bitch? MZ, he probably gonna let me see what time is it right now. You might not see him on for like another like a little maybe like hour 15 minutes, hour 30 minutes or so, like somewhere around that. You know what I'm saying? That man, he's still attending to his business, but as soon as that boy free up, he gonna hop up on this bitch. You heard me? All right, so yeah. Hey Joe, I was over there fucking with the nigga for a minute. You had me listening to the old boy that that nigga going against the grain. You heard me? He off code. Um, Look, everybody's seeing what's happening with Deontay Wilder right now. You know, he didn't made some moves to put himself in a good ass position. And oh yeah, I forgot. Let me drop that bitch. You know, some people like it, some don't. So yeah, we gonna talk about that shit a whole bunch more. All right, I'll be. Let me get this bitch up in there. Hold on, real quick. uh, Damn, I want this to fuck up my. Damn, I hope. Hey, y'all. Damn, I hope I didn't fuck up my shit. I hope y'all can still hear me. All right, hey, go up in the Discord, my nigga, and you got it right there. Hey, nah, don't come up in here with that pro black that pro black shit, nigga. I don't appreciate that shit. Don't come up in my chat with that shit, Decay. Talking about niggas is off code and signing with slave masters and shit. Nigga, hey, you off code because you going against the black man. Stop hating on the nigga because he you know what I mean, trying to make better moves for him and his family. Don't come up in here with that bullshit, my nigga. We ain't on that shit tonight. Nigga, stop hating on Deontay Wilder. Mad cause that nigga got a haircut better than yours in the whole nine, my nigga. Mad cause that nigga could go forward to go over to the Middle East. Stop hating on Wilder. Yeah. What's up with it? What's up with it? Rod fell up in that bitch. Yeah, hey, they can't ask you. You hate him, my nigga. Stop hating on Wilder. Hey, that nigga bossed up on your ass. Damn, hey, Joe. Eddie told that nigga, yeah, you better be presentable when you come over to this motherfucker. Get your haircut. We get you 3 more sponsorships, my nigga. Hey, all right, let me make sure I got. Yeah. All right, yeah. They Kane and Trey. I mean, y'all, y'all part of the usual too. That shit up in there now. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's a cold ass undercard too. Some niggas probably don't like that shit. Like the thought of Deontay being in the undercard, but I mean, shit, nigga, we supposed to love. we supposed to love the cards being stacked. So shit, if you got fighters on the undercards, niggas got to deal with it. Um, I know they heavyweights on the undercard, but nigga, that card is placed in the exact order that it's supposed to be in. Hearn put that nigga. Hearn put that nigga under CEO rules. Stop hating on my nigga. Yeah, hey, that nigga. Hey, that nigga. He could give his like 100 generations of his family can have wealth now thanks to Eddie Hearn. I don't know why you hating on this nigga, my nigga. Hey, Deontay Wilder, he is about to get evicted before he start fucking with Eddie Hearn. Come on, that nigga got more than one house. That nigga was about to lose one of his houses before he started fucking with Eddie Hearn. So I don't know why you hated on that nigga, because he did what he had to do for his family and future generations, grandchildren, grandchildren, and so on. And that nigga family never gonna be enslaved to nobody again. So you can stop hating on Deontay, bro. Crown that, nah, this ain't nothing. This ain't no crown that. Hey, Eddie Hearn, he over there, you know what I'm saying? He over there creating jobs for nigga. Eddie Hearn, he going against what they call it? What's that term again? Uh Damn, I'm gonna feel like a dumbass. Something like some Khalifa or whatever. It's one of them terms where it's like a legal version of slavery, basically. That Middle East countries be practicing. I don't even think I'm getting close to the word. Uh, Khalifa or yeah, I feel like a dumbass. Like a nigga don't even know his shit. But yeah, I mean, hey Joseph, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's basically like legal slavery. How these Saudi, these Middle East countries, they be importing, Africans, like nigga, especially from East and Somalia and shit. They be like basically having them come over there, and they like give them papers to where they like like a work visa where they could travel. But then when they get over there, they take their shit, and what I'm saying, they basically like hold them motherfuckers hostage because they like take they what I'm saying, like they visa, like they passport away so they can't get back home. And what I'm saying, they got them yeah, like they tell these Africans they can come over there and work for let's say like 6 months, and these types of wages, when they get over there the wages ain't right, and they make it extremely difficult for them to come back over there. I forgot that term, bro. But yeah, I think Joseph, yeah, you probably know what I'm talking about. What does nigga say? Yeah. Okay, Eddie gonna give him the same speech he gave Fury. He gonna switch it on him. Hey, I saved your life, nigga. I put food on your table, made it to where you and your kids could eat. Don't you ever forget that, boy. Yeah, and then you helped out, as y'all say, I helped out a dope fiend. I helped out a crackhead, and look how that shit turned out for you. Yeah, hey, Bruce, what's up with it, Bruce? Yeah, MZ, he gonna be up in here in a minute. Bruce, Bruce, he love to tell us about what's the THC, them extracts, and the oil, the Rick Simpson oil, and all that type of stuff. Bruce said he's saving his lungs. He ain't smoking no more. He said he only fucking with oil. He might fuck with I don't know if you fuck with edibles, Bruce. Hey, Bruce, you tell me you fuck with the shrooms. Yeah, but anywho, peace to Eddie Hearn for putting together a good ass card. Peace to Deontay for finally smarting up before his career ended and making the right move. Took his ass over there to fuck with Eddie, something he should have been did. But yeah. Hey, yeah, okay, yeah. See, Joe know what I'm talking about. It's some type of name for it, but anyways, that whole little program, or bullshit program they got going on. Shit, some people might call it another version of Jim Crow. Uh, but yeah, yeah, Joseph know what I'm talking about. So I ain't just pulling no shit out of my ass, you know. But yeah, bro, matter of fact, I'm about to pull up this card right now. Okay, he said, yeah, he no shrooms no more. Used to get him about a quarter pound. This shrooms like, hey, Bruce, you was on. All right, hey, damn MZ, you come up in this bitch. You hear me and Bruce, we talking about the shrooms. Uh, yeah, you know what I mean, Bruce said he was on back then. Yeah, yeah. That's right, Bruce. Hey, enjoy your shit, bro. Like I said, I know now you fucking with the Rick scent, the oils, and you know, nah, I know you doing your thing, bro. You know, trust me, hey, niggas fuck with all that shit. Yeah, yeah. We just came up in. Man, I'm gonna find that word one day. But yeah, we were just talking, getting into it, talking about Wilder, how Wilder, my nigga, he bossed up, made a good ass decision for his career. Now, he put himself in position because he could fight. Like, look, after this victory, you never know what could come of it. So that's why it's a good move for the nigga. Yeah. I mean, right now it's kind of like a climate. Yeah, one loss, but shit, you can bounce right back and put yourself right back in position. Hell, y'all seen Ryan Garcia did it, so why can't some of these other niggas did it? Do it. Hell, I just seen that weak ass nigga Shakur Stevenson. He was he was on camera on some interview for Ryan Garcia, basically begging him, "Hey, after your next fight, whether you win or lose, will you fight me next?" So yeah, all that losing shit, that shit don't even matter. I guess if you one of the top names, they throw you right back in the mix. This shit is like MLB. The top teams lose. What Bruce? Okay, yeah, the 300 milligram edibles. Oh, okay, yeah. See, you got to be careful on them bitches because everybody got a different tolerance, and you gotta find your tolerance before the motherfuckers have you you know nigga sleeping all goddamn day, sleeping for 16 hours and shit. Yeah. Now this my thing. This what MZ saying. He gotta let his hands go. See, he gotta change his whole style if you ask me because this whole like moving around way too much, all that, he gotta switch his shit up. But I don't know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna let somebody who know more about this boxing shit than me. I'm gonna let this nigga tell y'all the keys to victory for Mr. Deontay. You got it, bro. You got it. You on the stage.
Salute was going down, man. I thought I'd jump on and talk about this fight card a little bit. The fight call, I mean not the fight call, but the fight card of the goddamn century, it seems like, man. I can't remember a better fight card than this. Like if you look at the rankings of the fighters on BoxRec, they all single digits. Like you'll see number 5 versus number 7, or number 4 number versus number 8 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't never see that, man, from top to bottom. Every single motherfucking fight. I'm talking about the card so good that if they take the main event away, it's still a good card. You could take Bivol and Better Beef off the card, and it's still an outstanding card. Like that shit is crazy, man. I can't wait for that shit. But yeah, you talking about Deontay Wilder versus Zhili Zong. And salute to everybody in the chat, by the way. I gotta really kind of think about that shit, man, because off the rip, it seemed like it would be in Deontay Wilder's best interest to take the fight into deep waters because Zong, he always struggled with his gas tank. Going back to his fight that he had against Jared Forrest. He dropped Jared Forrest like 3 times in the fight, and the fight ended up being a draw because he let Jared Forrest get back in the fight in the second half and made it a draw. He showed the same thing against Joseph Parker late in the fight. He slows down. He an older guy. He a big guy. Gas tank ain't worth a fuck. I saw Eric R say that Deontay Wilder got gas tank problems on Discord, but I disagree. I always felt like Deontay Wilder had a good gas tank. Even in this last fight, he was out there moving around, running around the ring in circles for the whole fight. That take a bunch of energy. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought he had a pretty good gas tank. He was the type of guy that could like fight a relaxed type of style, and then he can get you late in the fight and catch you slipping. Cause that's what I felt like he did when he fought against Luis Ortiz. Ortiz was winning the rounds for the most part, but Deontay Wilder was just kind of hanging around and staying in range, waiting for his opportunity to strike. So I think that's what he's gonna have to do with Zane. Zane got some slow feet, so it ain't like he's gonna be quick to be cutting the ring off and nothing like that. Just go out there and stay away from the power early on. Let the motherfucker start to slow down, and then jump on him and try to catch him with something. That's what I think he should do. What you think he should do?
Okay, first I want to address the whole gas tank issues. I agree with you because the only times we've been saying Wilder got gas tank issues is in these Fury fights, and in these Fury fights, he got hurt real bad. People don't understand it takes so much out of you to like get yourself up and keep fighting while you hurt just to like stay in there. That it takes just all your endurance. So I think that's why people saying he got gas tank issues because all the other fights before he didn't show us he had no stamina issues. Um, one I think respectfully get rid of Malik. Which I don't think is gonna happen, but it just like no disrespect, but it's like they just don't mesh together. Um, so I think one would be get rid of Malik. Two, just be your old self. And I know sometimes we hear fighters talking about this retirement stuff, you feel like they pretty much just on their way out. But I hope this could be a situation where he just say, I might as well leave everything in the ring. And again, do that, nigga. Be the best you that you can be. Do what you know how to do best. Fuck it. If you got this far off being that wild, how they say, nigga, go ahead and do that shit. Be yourself.
I feel like Malik Scott is a weak ass trainer. I'm with you, but at the same time, I don't know if this is the time to change trainers. You're going into your do or die fight for your career against a dangerous puncher. I'm not sure if this is the time where I want to see him change trainers. I think he need a little bit of familiarity with his trainer going into this fight. I guess the better word would be continuity. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll serve him better. But yeah, I'm with you, man. His gas tank looked the worst when he fought against Fury. Cause Fury, a big 300-pound motherfucker, leaning on him and shit all day. Hell, that'll make anybody gas tank look bad. You got this motherfucker draped over you uh, for 3-minute rounds. You know what I'm saying? You weigh 220 or 225. This motherfucker weigh 300 down there, 270 something, and he leaning on you and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think his gas tank is better than what he showed in them fights. But we'll see though, man. I'm not sure if Zane got the mobility to get to him like Fury. I saw somebody in the chat say it could be Bruce say it could be like Fury Wilder 3. I'm not sure if Zahn got the same type of mobility as Fury to get to you, because Fury got some pretty quick feet for a man that size. I ain't seen no quick feet from Zane. You know what I'm saying? The element of him being a southpaw is something that's interesting to me. I haven't seen Deontay Wilder fight a lot of southpaws in his career, but when I did see him fight against a talented southpaw, he did get the victory twice. It seemed like he was able to stay away from the left hand and stuff like that. Let the guy slow down and catch him with something late. That's what he did against Luis Ortiz. So it seemed like he might got the ability to stay away from the left hand from Zane. That's the main thing to me. Stay away from the left hand, especially early on, and let's come with something coming down the stretch when the motherfucker slow down.
Yeah, he got clipped by Ortiz, especially in that first fight. He got clipped, but he didn't break. And I could take a heavyweight like that. I mean, you're not going to go up in there and avoid shots the whole fight. But yeah, if you didn't break, yeah, I could take that. Now, Zhang, what does scare me, that motherfucker is clever. When he chooses to let that left hand go, he will counter your ass. So that is something that Deontay got to worry about. And Deontay, he not really known to be a combo puncher, so that worries me. because he could get caught looking for whether it be a jab or coming with that right hand. If he chooses to let it go, that motherfucker can't get countered. But Zhang, this is where it does benefit Deontay. Zhang is a lazy little bastard. um, I mean, you could tell Zhang, he fight in a way where it's like he preserving his stamina. I mean, I look at Zhang and I know this some dude who just don't put in like a lot of road work and miles when it comes to his training camp. Cause that nigga, he just believe, hitting his hands. He like, nigga, my hands so nice. And you can tell by the way he fights. So that's gonna benefit Deontay. He don't got a motherfucker that's gonna be putting pressure on his ass. So, that might help the nigga out a little bit.
Well, they kind of like mirrors of each other if you take away the gas tank shit. Because don't neither one of them throw like a lot of outstanding combinations. I see a lot of single shots from both of them. Zhang, he like to lead off with the left hand and shit a lot of the time. That's what he was dropping Parker with. He wasn't throwing a 1-2 or a 3-2 or 5-2. He was throwing just a straight lead left hand, straight down Martin Luther King Boulevard, and he was landing on the man's chin and knocking him down. That's one difference I do see between them. It seemed like Zhang, his shit looked more effortless. Like he could just barely flick that left hand out there and hit you with it, and then you go down. A motherfucker like Parker, somebody that I just sung his praises for years because of how tough he is. And he done shown his toughness time and time again. And he was even going down from the left hand. Wilder, it seemed like you got to try a little bit harder to generate the same type of power. Also to like to set it up. You know what I'm saying? Like Zone, he can start laying the left hand on you pretty early, like in the first couple of rounds. Deontay Wilder, he normally start landing his right hand around the 5th round. Like if you go back and look at his box record, a lot of those knockouts come in like the 5th and the 6th round. That's when he really get the gauge of the distance and shit that he need. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a chance that Zone, he could potentially get into rhythm a lot earlier than Deontay Wilder. Because like I said, this shit is more effortless. He's able to find the range for his left hand a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I'm gonna be looking out for too. But if Wilder can endure that early onslaught that he could potentially be going into, I think he'll have the advantage in the second half of the fight.
Yeah, I kind of expect this fight to definitely, like, it's gonna take some time before both of these guys warm up, because like you said, none of them really let their hands go like that or put combos together. John, he do like to counter you and shit, but I don't know if them counter opportunities gonna be there. Wilder, he might really take his time, and we didn't seen him do that. Both of them Ortiz fights, southpaws. That's a good reference also. Yeah, I know Deontay, he comfortable with being down 5-0, and he won't even be under no pressure. So yeah, that I understand it could be like a real slow paced fight, but shit, that bitch could end at any moment. Shit, I don't know what that chin gonna be like if Deontay crack his ass. That's what I don't know. But I could say the same thing. John, he hit Deontay with some shit he don't see, and it could definitely be troubling because Joseph Parker was able to rock Deontay multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there with you on that shit, man.
Hey, then there's one fight I think people may be sleeping on because I don't think a lot of people know him. It's Hamza Shiraz. This a nigga I like, bro. And he going against a good ass fighter, Amma Williams.
Oh yeah. That shit gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be hard to pick these fights too. I ain't lying. Hamza Saraz, he the type of guy that do shit that I don't expect. Like when he went out there and stopped Liam Williams, I think he stopped him in one round, if I'm not mistaken. You know how tough Liam Williams is, man. He done been around the block. He done been in the ring with Andrade and a few fighters. The only time he had been stopped was on cuts. And he went off in there with Hamza Saraz and got blew the fuck out in the first round. You know what I'm saying? It was another guy that was a 4.5 on the scale. I can't think of his name. I just remember he had a low knockout percentage. I took him on the Chow Ross and A Crow. Yasser was trying to tell me not to take the motherfucker because he was like, hey man, They not gonna match Hamza Shiraz with nobody dangerous at this stage of his career. I said, man, I gotta ride with my scale, man. I respect Hamza Shiraz, but I gotta ride with this international competition gold medal winning motherfucker. He went out there and knocked his ass out like 3 rounds. So, like I said, he the type of guy that exceeds my expectations. Ammo Williams is very tough though. He like a Earl Spence type of fighter. He a southpaw. I think he said he looked up to Earl Spence too, and I could see it in the style. He like to step to you behind the southpaw jab and go to the body, rip shots to the body on the motherfucker. Very strong. This is gonna be a hard fight to call, like as far as the winner. You know what I'm saying? But it's part of a spectacular card, man, and I can't wait to see it.
Man, that knockout you were just referencing, I think that's the only reason that's gonna make me side with Hamza Shiraz, because I think that's the only difference between him and Ammo. Hamza, he done did some shit that I really didn't expect out of his career. And he put down Liam Williams hella easily too. So I think I'm a little bit more surprised with what Hamza has been able to do. So I think that's the only reason I'm gonna lean towards him. Like you said, he's just some good ass fights. Um,
Man,
okay,
hold
yeah,
on. He
just
tall with them long arms and shit too, man. He got like a great frame for fighting. But the only thing is the question too, though, how is he gonna react to the southpaw? Because I don't know how much experience he got with fighting high level southpaws, and I'm not exactly sure what Ammo Williams is, but he appears to at least be B+ level. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a wrinkle in this fight that's gonna be interesting. And plus, how is he gonna deal with the body work from Ammo? Because Ammo very tough, and if you look at Shiraz, if you look at his frame, he got like a real slender type of frame. And I don't think that shit gonna stand up to body work very easily. So it might be a situation where if he don't catch Ammo early and they go into the second half of the fight and Ammo starts to stack up some body work and slow the man down, I think it could get very interesting.
yeah, I look at Ammo, and I think maybe like his foundation is definitely influenced by a fighter like Earl, because he like to. I be saying him, he like to like push his fighters around, bully him and shit in the ring too. It's like he got a lot of confidence in his strength. Not getting too far, Joseph, he was saying, yeah, he feel like Zhang got the questionable gas tank as well. Yeah, he do. Like you could tell he fight like he preserving his damn gas tank. Um, so yeah, that's one thing, what I'm saying, just to look at that could give Deontay opportunity to win some rounds early, which he really don't do. Um, okay, yeah. So yeah, so silent. He talking about some pause shit. Nigga. We don't say pause, nigga. MZ said, yeah, oh yeah, Big Bang and Wilder, they about the same height. So it's gonna come down to who land first. That very well could be, because like I said, them first shit, half of the fight, that could be a very slow paced fight. Nigga, they both could probably throw less than 30 punches each round, less than 20. Shit.
Thing is, Bang, he got the advantage because he can just throw the lead left hand, and Wilder, he don't throw the lead right hand. Like when he fought against Ortiz, he was still throwing like 1-2s, or like when he knocked out what's that big tall former football playing motherfucker? He stepped in with the 5-2 combination and damn near killed him. I can't think of that light skinned dude, man. He got like some curly looking hair. He
Oh,
real strong.
Dominic Brazil.
Dominic Brazil, like when he step in with his shit, it's gonna be like a 1-2 or like a hybrid 3-2, hybrid 5-2 type of combination. I ain't never seen Wilder just really just lead off with the right hand. I have seen him like take a half a step back and fill in the gap with the right hand, like when he fought against Arthur Spilker. Because Spilker was coming in a straight line behind a little bit of head movement, and Wilder took a half a step back and timed the right hand right on the chin. But he had a man that was coming to him. When he coming to somebody else, I don't see him leading off with the right hand like that. But I do see Zane leading off with the right hand and dropping people with it. So I think that's gonna give him the advantage in this fight.
Yeah, hey, you just said something too. When it comes to just land like from the southpaw stance, landing at that too, Zhang might be like one of the coldest niggas in boxing when it comes to landing that too. That nigga hard. Y'all seen it in them Joe George fights. Y'all seen it early in the Joseph Parker fight. That nigga too is cold.
And it looks so effortless, man. It looked like he do like a drop step, like he'll lift up his front foot and he'll drop it. And when he drop it, he bring his body weight with it, and then he extend that energy through the punch. So it's a lot harder than it looks. You know what I'm saying? Because he actually getting a little bit of body weight behind the punch, even though he's just shooting that motherfucker out there just real quick out of nowhere. It's a surprising type of punch. That's what I like about it. So his opponent can be looking dead at him, but they still get hit with a punch that they don't see, and that's not very common. You know what I'm saying? For a man to be in front of you and you still catching with a surprise punch. So that's what I like about him, man. He got a little bit of deception to his game. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in a lot more danger than you realize. Like this man, the way he set up in front of you, it looked like he's not gonna come with nothing real powerful, but he really got the ability to generate some outstanding power through that left hand. And I know we look at Wilder as one of the hardest punchers of all time, and I'm not about to disagree with that. But as far as just a natural puncher, I actually think Zane hits a little harder because of the effort that he has to put into it. Like Wilder have to really shoot that motherfucker and he'll hurt you. Zane, he can just lightly throw that motherfucker out there and hurt you. It's a different type of power, and he might also have some harder hands, like more dense, compact type of hands, Manos del Piedra type shit, because that matters too. It ain't just about how hard you punching; it's also about how hard your hands are. So I think he got the slight advantage with that, and I know that sounds crazy because we talking about Wilder, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Cause I know like, see, you got two types of power in this boxing shit. You got niggas who got pop like a motherfucker. And you got dudes that's heavy handed like a motherfucker. You got some dudes that got a combination of both. But I'm thinking about this fight more and more, and I'm like, this could be action packed, but it could be, I want to say like lacking action. It could be a fight that lack action because once again, Deontay, he didn't show us. He'll go through rounds without letting his hands go. And Zhang, like I said, he ain't got the gas tank to like really be trying to walk a nigga down. I don't know how this fight gonna go, bro. But like, luckily, like I said, like we said, luckily the whole card is stacked. So even if one of these fights is lackluster, niggas ain't gonna walk away disappointed.
Well, I think Zhang has the advantage too with the level of like opponents that he been fighting. Like if you go from Philip Bergovich, we talking about Anthony Josh, not Anthony Josh. I'm tripping. I'm talking about Joe Joyce. Um, talking about Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying? Like two fights with Joe Joyce. As a matter of fact, that's like high level competition. Wilder, his shit ain't just been super high level, except for Joseph Parker. The Fury fights and shit that he was losing. I know he got the Nordic Nightmare off in there somewhere. Yeah, is that the Nordic Nightmare? That motherfucker he knocked out with the right hand.
Yeah. That's him. I can't think of his name either. Robert Linus.
Yeah, Hellenius. I think I'm gonna have to get a slight edge to the zone for the type of competition he's been fighting lately. I think that might help him in a fight like this because he just been continuously on a high level. It ain't been a lot of breaks in between, no layoffs and nothing like that. Just going from big fight to big fight to big fight. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think I'm gonna give a slight edge to Zone. He also got an amateur background advantage because he's a bona fide 4.5. If you look at his amateur accomplishments, you're gonna see medals all over the place in all type of international tournaments. Wilder pretty much just had the national championship in America, and he had the bronze medal at the Olympics. He only had 30 amateur. What was that motherfucker record? 35 amateur fights. He was 30-5. I didn't see a record for Zone, but it seemed like he had a lot more than 30 fights because he started pretty early. Well, not early, but earlier than Wilder. And he just fought in a lot more tournaments. So I think I got to get an edge to him with that too. You know what I'm saying? But of course, we get an edge to Wilder as far as the age and all that kind of shit, even though he ain't young himself. But I give him the edge right there. You know what I'm saying? Plus hand speed too.
Yeah, he came from like that 2008 Beijing class. So I mean, nigga, you ain't make it all the way, that deep for no reason. That nigga stayed in the amateurs for a minute too. So he kind of like one of them, Luis Ortiz type dudes who stayed in the amateurs for a long time, got a whole bunch of fights, beat some good dudes. It's probably never even turned pro. So yeah, he definitely got that. So far, I seen Sherrod X and the Kane. Yeah, they both rolling with Zhang for sure.
I think I'm gonna have to lock in with him. Want to boss up your life? All you got to do is get in with me.
Yeah, hey, shit, that Deontay Wilder, that it might come to an end, bro. Because I seen this little clip from the press conference, and here come that retirement talk. 1 foot in. This my last run. This my last attempt in this boxing stuff, and all that. And he said, I did lose love for this. I did lose that killer in me. I'm like, bro, and then I don't know, Trey, you tell me, like, when you see a nigga cut his hair, do that do that like just signify like a nigga just like change into?
Nah, I don't really think about it with the hair. I see it more like in tattoos. Like if a fighter go out there and lose, they'll come back with a bunch of tattoos and shit. Or if they feel like they done lost in their mind some kind of way. Like when I saw Earl get in the car wreck and he came back with a bunch of tattoos, that stood out to me. When I saw Sugar Shane Mosley lose back in the day, he came back covered in tattoos and shit, that stood out to me too. It seemed like when they take a loss or a perceived loss in their mind, it seemed like they feel like they lost some masculinity. So they try to regain it with some tough looking tattoos and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really think about it with the hair, but I definitely see it in the tats. And Rod X made a good point because he said Zong, he felt like Zong beat Ergovich. That's square business. Hey man, what you think about Eddie Hearn making Wilder the team captain though? I'm like, man, what the fuck you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect Wilder, but I don't know if I would make him the team captain though. I think I would have had to go get one of the other motherfuckers. I would have made Ergovich the damn team captain. He going against Daniel Dubois. He about to beat the brakes off Dubois.
Yeah.
Say hey, that whole little setup that they got for this shit, I loved it, man. Like I never thought I would see team boxing, like in the pros. It kind of remind me of the amateurs because sometimes you have different clubs they'll go against each other, and then at the end they'll award a team trophy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it remind me of. Eddie Hearn up there cracking jokes and shit. Like when they were talking about Ergovich and Daniel Dubois, he was like, "Oh yeah, man, it's a good fight and all this kind of shit." But 1-0 for Matchroom. You know what I'm saying? Because he already said he about to beat the brakes off Daniel Dubois. And Ergovich told that motherfucker, "Man, I hope you done changed since we sparred the first time. Because if you ain't changed, it's gonna be a short night. Get your ass whooped out." Yeah, man, I love that shit, man. I can't wait for it. What day is that shit on? June
June
1st.
1st.
Yeah, June 1st. I can't wait.
Man, I wonder if did they like want Wilder to be like the team captain because he might have the most interesting mouthpiece out of everybody. That's probably the only thing I could come up with. But I don't know. But shit, hey, that picture it make it look like like them niggas. They probably all gonna come with and say, we a team, nigga. We all got to make sure we come out of this bitch with W's. I know it really don't happen like that, but if they got that mindset, that's what's up. I like this whole team shit. I love that.
I want to see the other promotional companies get up in there. Let's see a top rank versus PBC or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though we pretty much know how that's gonna go. But I'm just saying, let's just see them type of matchups with all them promotional companies. You know what I'm saying? I think the motherfucker, Your Excellency, he got action at making that happen. Because Eddie Hearn said they pulled him and slapped him upside his head and were like, man, what y'all doing? Y'all ain't trying to make the best fights? Y'all motherfuckers need to get along as promoters and let's make these fights. And that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? An outstanding card. Um, Shit, man, we got to give a prediction for all the fights on the card, man. We got to do that.
Yeah, shout out to Your Excellency, aka nigga, my excellency, my general. If anybody, my king in this boxing shit, That's my king. That nigga doing shit. That nigga got us loving his boxing shit again. Yeah,
So
hey.
who your pick for Wilder versus your early prediction?
Oh, okay, I'm gonna go with Zhang on that one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Zhang on that one. So yeah, we could go through that one and let's. I'm gonna let the king get up on this. He just got up in this bitch too.
Salute.
Yeah, yeah. Pro blackest nigga in the block fam on the panel. And let me just say I got Zong by KO.
Hey, that
Hey,
mic
bro.
sounding good tonight, my nigga.
Hey, it'll be fucking up in about 15 minutes. Hey, look. Hey, man. The black delegation is upset with Trey Edge because he said Wilder can't be the captain. He don't believe Wilder should be the captain. We ain't rolling with that. They used to say black men couldn't lead. They couldn't be quarterback. We ain't rolling with that. We gonna let Wilder be the captain.
I feel you on that, my
I'm
nigga.
just
But
fucking with you, dog.
yeah, I'm just looking at the matchup though. You know what I'm saying? In comparison to the other matchups, like
Yeah.
If I'm Eddie Hearn, there's no doubt about it. I'm making Ergovich the captain over Dubois. I think that's the most easy to predict fight on the card because the other fights are very competitive. The only reason we looking at Daniel Dubois any different is because he went out there and beat Big Baby Miller, who hadn't fought. Well, he did have some fights, but he came off a suspension, gained a bunch of weight, was a former kickboxer, no amateur background, just overrated. And then he go out there and beat him, and all of a sudden he a brand new man. Nah, he ain't no brand new man. You the same Daniel Dubois that you always been. It's just that you was in there with a guy that was inferior. But he was 69-6 as an amateur and all this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I know he got a background. That's why he should have been favored over Big Baby Miller. But they made Miller the favorite. He go out there and get the upset, and all of a sudden he a brand new man. Like, nah, fuck that, man. Ergovich is gonna demolish that man. I'm talking about pick and polish this motherfucker. And that should have been an easy choice for team captain all day long.
Yeah, you right. Hey, but what about Dubois going out there and stopping Usyk with the body shot?
Well, it didn't
Shit.
count in the books though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the argument could have been made that he could have won that fight with a body shot, but I also think the argument could have been made that if it was on Usyk, like if it was ruled a knockdown and he was in danger of losing the fight, I think he would have responded differently and just jumped up and showed some fight and got back into the fight instead of showing all that emotion. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I feel man. He showed some, but he still didn't he lose 95% of the fight?
Well, my problem with him in that fight was if you felt like you knocked him out, then go ahead and prove you the better man and shit, still beat him. But you let the man fucking knock you out. So I don't know. Like that was my
Exactly.
problem with the performance.
Exactly.
Hey, respectfully, that fight, like, besides that body shot, yeah, Usyk was serving that nigga. Like he wasn't like hitting him with no shots to hurt him, but like, if you just look at like the boxing aspect, Usyk was whipping on that nigga. All them rounds was hella clear.
And Ergovich is a big motherfucker too. What is he about 6'6"?
Like 6'8".
Well, I don't know if he that tall because I don't. Well, hold on, because I'm thinking about what's my man for top rank? The one I like, Jalala.
Joe
He's 6'9", right? I think
Yeah.
he's 6'9". Yeah, I think he's 6'9" or 6'7". I thought Ergovich was a little shorter than him. I think he like 6'6".
Yeah, that
But
could be 6'6".
yeah, that's a big motherfucker. Olympic bronze medalist. God damn, man. I done already seen the boy off in there with a bigger man than Joe Joyce. And Joe Joyce, he ain't got the same type of skills that Ergovich got. He a lot slower. Y'all already know that his punches don't come off like Ergovich either. Ergovich can knock in the next week. The Joe Joyce really can't. I ain't never seen Daniel Dubois in the ring with nobody like Ergovich. I won't be surprised if he go out there and get stopped in 4-5 rounds. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's early, 2-3 rounds.
Somebody Dubois.
Yeah,
He hit the hitting on that eye.
yeah. He already got the broken eye socket. This ain't a good spot for Dubois. I respect him for taking the fight though. But this ain't a good spot for Dubois though.
Hey, and you know he coming in being led by Trey's favorite trainer, Uncle Ronnie. Uncle Ronnie.
Yeah. What y'all think about the Raymond Ford versus Nick Ball fight?
Mm.
I'm worried for Raymond Ford based on the fact that we just heard the man constantly tell us how he struggled to make weight, and then nigga you about to have to go in there with a nigga who get real rough and rugged like Nick Ball. That worried me.
Yeah, you took the thought out of my head. Because I'm like, man, this dude's struggling with weight, and he got somebody that's gonna push the issue all night. A fucking wrecking ball. That's what Nick Ball is. He get in there and fuck shit up and put pressure on you. It ain't that type of emergency pressure like the David Benavidez or David Morales, but it's like a more explosive Pitbull Cruz type of pressure.
Yeah,
Pitbull
he's
gonna come.
short, dude.
Yeah, you short just like Pitbull. Pitbull gonna get up in there and throw them combinations and body shots and all that kind of shit. Nick Ball is more like an explosive type of guy. Like he gonna explode in with all this shit, but it's constant though. It's really surprising that he's able to keep that type of energy expenditure for that long. Like just be constantly exploding in for 12 rounds. But I think that's gonna be hard on the man that's struggling to be in his weight class. And I already know how bad Fisheye Frank Warren want Nick Ball to have this belt, or to have a belt, period. So I think the pressure is going to be on. I might have to lean towards Nick Ball. I really don't want to. I'd rather go with Raymond Ford because he's a 3.5 on my scale. And Nick Ball, I consider him a 3. But I think I might have to go with Nick Ball, though. What about you, DeCane?
Shit, I'm gonna let y'all have it. I seen Nick Ball fight one time, and I don't remember the fight that well.
Yeah, that was a few months ago. Some of us we feel like he won over Ray Vargas. It was like sloppy knockdowns, but he got 2 knockdowns.
He did. I thought Ray Vargas won that fight though with his consistent work, and I thought he landed some nice body shots on Nick Ball that made him take a few steps back. Um, but I thought it was close. If Nick Ball would have got the decision, I wouldn't have been mad because I did bet on Nick Ball because Ray Vargas was coming off a year layoff. You know what I'm saying? But I it could have went either way. I ain't even mad at the draw because it was a pretty close fight.
All right, I gotta pop this one. Big question in the chat. There's such a monumental card. They want to know: is the corner going to be calling this card for us?
I mean, y'all know we ain't gonna be calling that shit. Even if we were, even if everything was rolling to call this shit, it ain't gonna even be televised, right? What is this shit gonna be on
It's
ESPN
gonna be
Plus,
on.
the Zone?
The zone ESPN plus.
Yes, it's not even televised, man.
And
Really,
it's a daytime card too. That's the issue also.
yeah, PBC going from Showtime to Amazon or Prime or whatever that shit is. That really that hurt a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because the television cards are what we mainly call. I don't like calling fights on a little bitty ass screen on the tablet or on the phone and all that shit. I can't stand that shit. I gotta be squinting my eyes trying to see these motherfuckers throw these punches. You know what I'm saying? So more than likely
Man,
not.
you ain't got the damn fire stick yet, man.
Man, I ain't a big technology motherfucker. D-Lo had gave me a Roku and I gotta hook that motherfucker back up. I gotta find a remote and shit to it too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't the best when it comes to technology. But really at the same time, to be honest with you, I wouldn't even want to call the fight because I want to watch the undercards. I don't want to be reading fucking messages and talking to niggas while Hamza Saras and Ammo Williams fighting. Willie Hutchinson and Spider Richards. I like Spider Richards. I want to watch the undercards.
What you mean
When we
reading?
go ahead.
What you mean reading messages? You mean like calling the fight and having to read what people saying?
Yeah, like in the chat and
Oh,
shit.
okay.
You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? Unless I call every fight that's on the card. I have done that in the past, but nigga, that's hard to miss. Calling 6, 7 fights in one night. And then it's a chance that all these fights gonna go the distance too, because they high level competition. They ain't like they out there fighting scrubs. So it's a chance that all these fights could go 12. Shit, that'll be hard to motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want to be watching these undercards though, for sure.
Yeah, Rod X, yeah, he was saying that's what he love about this heavyweight division, because one punch could change it all. Yeah, that's definitely right. And you got two of them fights where you got, I mean, we could say like top 10 or at least top 15 guys, on this card getting it on. So yeah, be on the lookout, bro.
Joseph Brown said he got Nick Ball.
Okay, damn, got him getting the stoppage. One thing I will say is, when you like see these guys quote unquote get robbed, as some people feel like Nick Ball got in his last fight, they usually bounce back and get a win, especially like this, these hard working blue collar guys like Nick Ball. So that's probably in his favor as well. Yeah, hey, Rod X, go look at you just go look at Nick Ball versus Ray Vargas. That's gonna be like a funny ass fight. It's best in like the height difference, the taller nigga landing a better body shots.
You can also check out some of them old Nick Ball fights too, like when you fight against them tough ass Africans and like some tough ones, and he was stopping them motherfuckers late, man. Like I said, he a wrecking ball all day long.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he just gonna roll it forward also. Yeah. This fight, that whole card, that's gonna be on the zone though. Yeah, that's gonna be a the zone card, and it's gonna be in the middle of the daytime for us. So ain't no way we forgetting to watch that bitch. Shoot, nigga, we probably all be behind on Discord, just exchanging little thoughts on this shit. Yeah, we all gonna be on that.
I really have no fun doing that anyway. Like when we jump on the call on Discord and be chopping it up on that shit, because I'm fucking with the niggas that I really fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up here and lie and say I like every subscriber that come to our channel, because that'll be a motherfucking lie. Square business. So on the Discord, I just fuck with niggas that's I consider family. So I like that more, nigga.
Hey, plus like on them cards when you gotta call every fight, it ain't no such thing as okay, let me go take a smoke break, or let me go make this little store run. Nigga, ain't none of that.
Yeah, man. I'm getting a little bit older too. I don't even know if I could do that shit. Call fights till I'm cross-eyed, this motherfucker. Expending all that energy and shit all night. I don't even know, man, because it's been a few years since I've done that. Probably since 2019, 2020 or something like that. Yeah, that shit was different back then. And then the way I call fights, like more recently, is more energetic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting more shit. I'm putting more into it. So I'm sweating after the first fight. You know what I'm saying? It ain't used to be like that. It used to be more like a relaxed type of deal. So it was easier to call all the fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so the shit I we've been seeing this week, besides this, it's just more of this crazy shit from Ryan Garcia. Of course they had, I guess, Devin Haney got us some quote unquote get back today, shoved his ass up.
Hold on, I heard the forecast.
Yeah.
It just started.
Yeah.
Hey, the Kane, do you got like a headset in?
Well, shit, I
got a headset.
Try without the headset.
Let's see.
Yeah, that shit went away, bro.
Can y'all hear me?
Other shit come back.
Yeah, it came back. I don't hear it.
Now it's gone. Now it's gone.
Yeah, we can hear you too.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, now I was saying, yeah. So they had a little exchange today, but I seen some crazy shit. I seen Ryan Garcia. This nigga was at a club, like I seen like a day club. Then the nigga was, they said, oh yeah, like he's still consuming a whole bunch of alcohol. Then just it's all type of crazy shit. I seen some crazy tweets by this nigga. I don't know what's up with this nigga, bro.
Man, Ryan trolling, dog.
That's what I'm thinking too.
He posted one video doing MMA moves talking about training for Devin Haney.
Yeah, I think he trolling too. I think this gonna be a lot tougher fight than what everybody expecting. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody. I say most people, because when I listen to predictions, everybody think it's just gonna be an easy win for Devin Haney, and I am officially taking Devin Haney to win this fight. But I expect Ryan Garcia to offer a little bit of resistance. I think Ryan got some talent. I remember when he hit this guy. I can't remember. It was a Mexican fighter, and he hit this dude with a left hook. Like he fitted in there. Like I can't even explain it, man. But the way he described it, he said time slowed down, and he saw the opening for this left hook, and it felt like he had forever to throw it. But if you look at it in slow motion, he had a very small window to fit this left hook in there, and he was able to fit that bitch in there because he said the time slowed down for him. That to me, that's somebody that's been fighting for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been fighting since a little kid. You develop them type of special abilities. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that shit done went nowhere. I know he had a tough fight against Tank. He had a rehydration clause and all this kind of shit. He was coming off a year layoff. So I know he gets judged pretty harshly because of that. But Tank is a hell of a fighter, man, and it's a chance that he will beat Devin Haney too. So I can't even judge him too harshly on that. But since then, he got a win over Oscar Duarte Jurado, the only man to stop Alex Martin in Shawtown Heat, a man that was a national champion in Mexico and comes with some heat when he in that ring. And that was a good win. He got an 8-round stoppage in that fight. So he coming in with a little confidence, I think. That's a good confidence rebuilder. And I think he going to come into the fight and show something. This is another fight with Derrick James, so they got some continuity. The more that you fight with your trainer, the more that y'all get comfortable with each other. Y'all can maximize your potential. I think the man is gonna surprise some people, man. I'm not picking him to win, but I do pick him to fight back.
All right. Um. Okay. Like one thing I'm looking at because I keep seeing everybody saying, "Oh, Ryan is like trying to throw off Devin and all this stuff, like with all the antics he doing." I just don't see how that could, possibly work. Um. So I'm just not buying into that. I'm just looking at, both of these guys going in. Um. To me, once again, it seemed like similar to that Javante fight. I just don't know if his head is, fully focused on the boxing part. Um, but I don't know what. I just got a feeling like you're gonna get a sloppy ass Ryan. That's the one I got a feeling. I feel like Haney just gonna like really like cruise to this nigga. Um, I feel like it's gonna go to 12, but he just gonna be like to whip this boy so easy because Ryan is just so unprepared. And maybe like underestimating Devin because he probably feel he can knock him out. I don't think it's gonna come that easy for him. He gonna learn the hard way.
Well, I say the way that it will help him is making Devin relax. Like if you Devin Haney, you can't buy into what he doing. Like if you think he drinking and he not trained and he fucking up and that makes you relax and take your foot off the gas a little bit, you playing right into his hands. The situation kind of reminds me of Harry Greb when he was trying to fight Mickey Walker. Mickey Walker, he kept on ducking Harry Greb. He did not want to fight this man. He avoided him like the plague. So Harry Greb, he started faking like he was drunk in public. Like every time Mickey Walker be out, Harry Greb would pull up and walk around acting like he drunk and all fucked up. So that made Mickey Walker think that he was slipping in his pimping, and he signed up to fight Harry Greb. Harry Greb went out there and whooped his motherfucking ass and won the championship. I want to say it was the middleweight championship. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this kind of reminds me of. And this is not the first time somebody to use alcohol consumption to throw off an opponent. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'm giving Ryan too much credit comparing him to Harry Greb. But I'm just saying this is not the first time that I ever heard of this. And Devin Haney, he don't need to be like Mickey Walker and relax. He needs to stay on top of his game and train like he is fighting the best version of Ryan Garcia.
Well, I don't think that's not giving I don't think that's giving Ryan too much credit. I just think it's probably not giving Devin enough credit. Devin has said that he is not allowing Ryan's antics to throw him off. He's still training like he gonna be fighting the best version of Ryan Garcia, and I believe that. Like I believe Devin is a very disciplined fighter, especially since he got to train during Ramadan and he can't fast and all that shit. So I believe he gonna come in there prepared, and all this shit Ryan doing is just really just making a fool out of himself.
Well, I do think Devin is a little overrated too, though. I didn't seen him get hurt against Linares at the end of Linares' career. That wasn't even a prime Linares. He had that man holding for 3 rounds straight. The fight that got him real big headed is the Lomachenko fight. Several credible people felt like he lost that fight, including my man DeCane. He felt like he lost the fight. A lot of people, not a lot of credible people, like I said. So I think it's a little bit of overratedness going on with Devin Haney too. So I think that the opinion that the people have, like as far as Devin Haney making this an easy fight, in reality, I think it's a little bit closer. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as the two fighters, I think they're a little closer than what the perception is. But we'll see though, man. This
Yeah,
weekend, huh?
I think that's probably based off of the way he went in there and did Regis, but I think we would agree that Ryan is a more talented fighter than Regis Prograis.
Yeah, Progress just so slow. The best fight that I seen from Progress when he fought that cat from the UK, the tall guy. When Progress showed the amazing head movement and stuff like that, but I haven't seen that Progress since. What's the name of that guy from the UK he
That
fought?
Tyrone McKenna, I believe.
No, that's the one he beat the hell out of. This was a decision. He didn't stop this guy. Um, I can't think of his name, man. But that to me, that's the best version because he was able to mix the defense with the offense. Because I didn't seen Prograde walk through punches. That's why I know he got a good chin because I didn't seen him walk through punches. But in this fight, this particular fight, he had the head movement on point. Nigga, he was making him miss. He was making him pay. He didn't get the stoppage, but he fought a complete fight. I haven't seen him look like that since. And I think that version of Prograde would have offered a little bit more resistance to Devin, even though I think Devin still would have beat him pretty easily because he's just more talented and he got long arms and shit. That's one thing that's going to play a part into the fight too. Devin Haney got 72-inch reach and he only like 5'8". Ryan Garcia, I think he 5'10 with a 70-inch reach. I think that's probably going to play a little part in the fight. Because Devin Haney, he got that prototypical great fighter build. You know what I'm saying? Where you got them incredibly long arms to go with that athletic type of frame. You know what I'm saying? I think that's going to play a part.
Yeah, Joseph, he said Ryan is mentally unstable, don't look focused. I hope you're wrong, but that's just how these new age fighters is. Yeah, bro. I mean, I think like what we seeing, I think it's gonna be exactly that bad. I think this nigga gonna go in there and get embarrassed. In the first 3 rounds, they ain't gonna go his way, and from there, he just gonna get seriously outclassed.
I don't, but this is the thing. It's familiarity with these guys, though, man. Like if I put myself in their shoes, and this is a motherfucker that I done fought 6 times in my life, and we done split 3-3. I'm really about to believe that this man about to take off on me, and I'm not gonna be competitive with this motherfucker. Somebody that I've known my whole goddamn life since I was 9, and I ain't got nothing for him. Like, and I'm 215 and 15 over 10 national championships, and I ain't got nothing for him. Like, man, you gotta show me that shit. I done been in the ring with national champion. That's why I talk about this shit the way I do. Because I know how I feel to be in the ring with a national champion. The motherfuckers are good. If this guy is tricking everybody and he really training and working hard, and I kind of think he is because I don't see Derrick James sitting there while he out there fucking around on alcohol and doing all this stupid shit and not training. I don't see why Derrick James would sit there for that. It seemed like he would dismiss the motherfucker if he was doing something like that. So if it's any kind of seriousness to this guy, I think a surprise could be coming. And then it ain't like Devin Haney got punching power. Like I see people talking about he gonna stop Ryan. Who the fuck Devin stopping? When the hell did he get some outstanding power? Because what, he got a flash knockdown on Regis program? That's where all of this knockout shit coming from. News flash: Devin Haney is not Tank Davis. He don't punch like him. The man with the power in this fight is Ryan Garcia. He's the one that could knock your ass into another dimension. That motherfucker hit you with that left hook is problems. And I done seen Devin Haney get off with combinations and get sloppy at the end of the combination, right? Ain't that what happened when he fought Linares? Next thing you know, he doing a stanky leg. Let that motherfucker lose concentration against Ryan Garcia and get caught with one of them hooks. And let's see what happened then. It's going to be problems.
So, Mr. X, what about those people out there in YouTube land who say that you say that Devin Haney has no power, but you say that Regis Prograis has a great chin, and he rocked Regis Prograis multiple times in their fight. How does that speak to Devin Haney's power?
Well, I think the official knockdown was a flash knockdown. It was just a little short lead right hand, and he walked right into it. He got right up though. I think he landed some pretty good shots on the guy. I mean, I'm not gonna make it seem like he a feather-fisted puncher because his out of 31 wins, he got 15 knockouts. So that ain't even 50%. You know what I'm saying? But it's right below it, so it's still close. So I'm not gonna say he feather-fisted, but he definitely ain't no power puncher though. That's for goddamn sure. He more like a cutie type of boxer. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even classify him as a boxer puncher. I think he's a pure boxer type motherfucker.
I'm gonna say, the whole 3-3, which we definitely aware of, familiarity. I can see why somebody like Ryan would be confident in that. And hell, if I was him, I would too. But I'm overriding that and going against the grain with, okay, that was a while ago, and y'all know it's about what you've been doing in between that time. I see one dude that seemed to be hella dedicated to his craft. One dude who was in his biggest fight of his life. You've seen that he wasn't prepared as he should be. Definitely admitted it as well. So that's why I'm saying, it's not only you got to factor in. It's also room for growth. One guy could be going this way in his career, the other guy could be going this other way. You know what I'm saying? I look at it from Devin's side also. Shit, Ryan, he could get a lot better, but let's look at how better Devin then got also. So that's the reason I feel like it's just gonna be it's gonna be a wash. I think I think like maybe like the first 3 rounds, even Devin, he gonna win those. But like come round 4, I think that's when it's gonna become like a beating. Devin not gonna be able to stop him, but it's gonna get pretty bad because Ryan, he just gonna be unprepared and he just gonna be in there trying to land a shot, taking a beating, if you ask me.
Well, I mean,
Ryan's problem is he. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say Ryan problem, potential problem I see in this fight is he'll allow Devin Haney to go with his game plan. Because I remember when he fought Tank, he was kind of just chasing Tank around the ring, and Devin Haney ain't gonna initiate no fight. He gonna be moving backwards or on the back foot as they call it, and Ryan just gonna be kind of chasing him around the ring, and he gonna be that's exactly what Devin want him to do. Is he want him to come to him so he can counterpunch? But Ryan is also a counterpuncher. Ryan, like I say about many fighters, he is gonna have to learn how to take a step back and let his opponent come to him. But I don't know if he gonna lead the dance like that, so to speak. Because I mean, if you look at how he knocked out that Duno cat, he stepped back and let him come to him and caught him with that hook. I think that's who you were talking about when he caught him with that flat with that hook and knocked him out.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he's able to take a step back and let Devin come to him, I think the fight will probably go better for him.
Yeah, see, but the thing with the Tank fight, he had made a prediction that he was going to stop Tank in 2 rounds, so he tried to live up to it. So he tried to go out there and jump on Tank and get him out of there. But I always say, man, if you fighting against a short southpaw with power, that's one of the hardest styles to fight against in boxing. It's kind of like reaching down into a hole and you don't know what's in there. You don't know if it's a grass snake or a bite you in your ass snake, and you can get surprised with some shit because you trying to reach for this motherfucker because he's smaller than you, and he got this weird stance and he got a lot of power. That's hard to fight against. I done seen a lot of fighters have trouble with short southpaws. You know what I'm saying? So this is different. This is more like a conventional size guy. He's an orthodox fighter. So that's going to make it a little bit more comfortable for him. But I do think that Haney is the rightful favorite. I'm taking Haney to win the fight. You know what I'm saying? I think he got the more like fundamental style, you know, working out the jab and shit, use a little bit of angle, can throw straight punches, can a two-handed fighter. He can use the left hand and his right hand. Like I think he got the advantage in the fight overall, but I do think that Ryan has the ability to make this a tougher fight than everybody expecting. And the worst thing that Haney can do is read what everybody's saying. If he starts believing what everybody's saying, how this is gonna be easy, he gonna do this, he gonna do that. Ryan, he ain't got shit, he ain't gonna do nothing. That's gonna get him fucked up. This is a dangerous man that can hit you with one shot and fuck you up. So he needs to understand what he's dealing with. He's dealing with a 3.5 bona fide with power that's young in his prime, and that's what he's going up against. You know what I'm saying? But I do got him as the winner though. I'm taking Devin Haney by decision.
Now let me ask y'all if because Joseph, he kind of reiterated what I said about the whole amateurs and growing from then to now. Let me ask y'all if this fight is just a complete whitewash. Ryan gets embarrassed. Is that going to be a bad look for the sport as a whole? Because in some of the last mega fights, they've been complete blowouts.
Not really for me. I mean, if you're going against that type of competition in the biggest fights, I mean, I can't fault you too bad if you go out there and go get your ass whooped. I mean, you are fighting the cream of the crop, right?
Hey, y'all say what's up to Big E. He just fell through.
OG, what's up with it?
What up, Big E?
Wagwan, man. Hey,
I think the only person that's gonna look bad on is Ryan, because he got stopped by Tank and then he gets stopped by Haney. I just don't think that's gonna look good on his record, for the people. But I mean, depending on how the blowout look, like if it's a stoppage, that's always good for boxing to see something exciting. So I mean, but if it's like a 12-round boring blowout decision, then yeah, that might not look good. But
it'll look bad in the short term, but as far as history goes, it'll look good. When we look
yeah,
at the historical fighters, like we look at Joe Jeanette, if we break down Jack Johnson, if we break down the old fighters, we always give them credit for fighting the best fighters, even if they lose. Like if you go to the historians channels and you listen to them break down records, they don't put fighters down for losing to other good fighters. They give the motherfuckers credit because they got off in there and fought. And that's the way I feel about Ryan. Ryan ain't out here chasing around no scrubs. He out there going for good fighters. He trying to, really, to me, he was like the catalyst of the era that we in right now. Man, the shit was a lot tighter before Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis. And I know a lot of people gonna disagree with me. That's fine. But to me,
Teofimo Lopez would disagree because he fought Lomachenko.
yeah, but that's still different though, because it's not two undefeated guys trying to protect their own. Lomachenko already had a loss. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit different to me. I'm talking about the era of two undefeated guys. I got an O and I'm not afraid to let it go. And they get out from there and get it on. To me, they was at least part of the catalyst to facilitate that shit. The era that we have now, what led to like Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford. That was like the climax. You know what I'm saying? I give him credit for that shit. Like I said, I ain't tripping if you disagree. But yeah, I got respect for Ryan getting out there trying to fight the best man. And like I said, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, I think that's gonna look favorably on him that he was going after the best and he came up short.
Yeah, they say you fought the best, but you couldn't win. Kind of like Sean Porter, how they look on his career. He fought everybody, but
And he a
I feel
borderline
you.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Sean Porter, I seen he been getting like talking to what's that Floyd Schofield. That's your fighter, the King. Yeah, he been fucking with him a lot lately.
Hey, Floyd, my guy, man. I like it. I like his mentality.
Yeah, me too. He got Shakur running. I fuck with him. But all right, so yeah, like I said, they got all type of shit. So I know y'all know the rest of the week it's gonna be nothing but this Ryan versus Haney shit.
Let
And
me ask
that's
y'all
the
this
week I
real quick.
check out. So.
Let me ask you this real quick. How y'all feel about Oscar De La Hoya? Like as far as his legacy as a fighter.
I mean, he was a decent fight. See, like that's who I was thinking of when you said that about like he fought everybody. But see, I just feel like yeah, he fought everybody. But I mean, damn, did you beat everybody? But I mean, yeah, shout out to you. You fought everybody.
Um,
Got dusted off by Pacquiao, but you fought everybody.
yeah, but
Um,
that was at a catch weight. That shit was late in his career. Cause that motherfucker, it wasn't a catch weight, but he was fighting at 154 and he came down to 147 for Pacquiao. That's just a fighting spirit. That's a motherfucker that's willing to make sacrifices to make the fight happen. Just like Ryan Garcia taking the rehydration clause against Tank. Like some people don't factor shit like that in, but I do. If you fight motherfuckers at a weight that ain't good for you, like Miguel Cotto when he fought against Pacquiao at 147, he been fighting at 154. He looked like a dead man in that goddamn ring. But I give him credit because he went out there and fought the fight. You know what I'm saying? He made the sacrifice to make the shit happen. But me personally, I got respect for Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya ain't turning down nothing. He ain't ducking shit. That motherfucker fighting the best. He might have came up short, but damn, if you fighting against Bernard Hopkins and all these motherfuckers, most of them gonna come up short. Felix Trinidad and all these Hall of Famers that this nigga fighting, and that could be potentially what we saying about Ryan after his career. Who knows? Devin Haney and Tank Davis might be future Hall of Famers, and that's gonna look good on his resume in the future. Where we look back and be like, damn, Ryan fighting Hall of Famers in this motherfucker. He might not be on that level, so he like a tier or two below them as far as the results that he got. But that motherfucker got out there and mixed it up with him. I got way more respect for somebody like that than somebody that move real careful and fight the right fights at the right time. And let's go with low risk, high reward, and all of this bullshit. I
like
got
Shakur.
a ton more respect for Ryan trying to fight the best. Yeah, motherfuckers, that's a fantasy matchup for Shakur. This nigga already fighting. You know what I'm saying? And he made a sacrifice to make the damn fight, man. He didn't have to take that rehydration clause. So, I mean, at the same time, he don't have the room to complain because you the one that took it. But if we look at the total context of the fight, it was a rehydration clause. And he did that shit to make the fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
I
thing
hear
with
that, but see,
okay, just answering that same question. I think yeah, Oscar, you could say his biggest fights he lost. But I would say luckily his resume was so stacked, even with that, he still got a lot of good wins. Tainting that in with is definitely some questionable decisions and robberies in his favor. But yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about him. He the poster boy for that fought everybody.
What you about to say to Kane?
no, I was just saying with that Ryan shit, man. Yeah, I mean, he made the fight, but I don't know. All that I had to take a rehydration clause. All that add up to excuses, man. I just feel like he shouldn't have accepted no fight if he felt like he wasn't gonna be at his best. Like, I mean, sure he gave us the fight, but damn,
we should have got a better fight because we should have seen him. We should have seen both fighters at their best. Like that shit, I ain't like that shit for real.
I mean, he didn't have room to complain about it. I agree, but it's still part of the context of the fight. Tank Davis them didn't have to push for it either. If Ryan is so weak and he is so unskilled, why do you need a rehydration clause? To me, you are affirming that there's something dangerous about this man. And if
I agree with that.
Yeah, if I don't fight him under the right circumstances, there's a chance that he can do something to fuck me up. So I think they pretty much acknowledging that it's something dangerous about this guy. Let's put a rehydration clause in there. And guess what? There ain't no rehydration clause this time. And also, when he fought Tank, he hadn't fought in a year. His last opponent before Tank was Javier Fortuna. And that was a year prior. Ain't no year layoff this time. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no rehydration clause, ain't no layoff, ain't none of that. And at the same time, ain't no excuses. Whatever happens is what happens. Ryan can't turn around and say, well, it was a rehydration clause. He can't turn around and say, well, my timing was off because I was coming off a layoff. He can't say nothing. This is do or die. No excuses.
Hey, hold on real quick.
The only downside of that is like, you know what I'm saying, when you see that L on Ryan Garcia record, it don't have no asterisk by it about the rehydration clause. People just say, oh, he fought Tank and he lost.
Yeah, but that's why you got people like us, right? So we can keep everything in context if that's the way that you want to view it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they're going to put stuff on the record that kind of throw you off, like a man get his ass whooped and they make it a majority decision. Or a man get his ass toe off the frame and they make it a split decision. They do that shit for the politics and stuff. So that's why you got people like us that actually watch the fights and we can tell you what happened.
Word.
Let me hold on real quick. We got a visitor, so let me let this guest ass nigga speak real quick.
Ain't that a mince?
Come on, you got 2 minutes, nigga. Hey,
okay.
we paying for these StreamYard seconds too.
He talking to me through this white ass. I mean, through a glacier. What's happening, fellas? What's happening?
Salute. What's going down, OG?
She just walked into the building from the job. Back to work from vacation. Wife's birthday today. She in there knocked out.
Tell her happy birthday.
Shout out to the wife.
I sure will let her know.
Wow.
She gonna be smiling from ear to ear.
Mrs. Wallace, tell her we said happy birthday.
Yeah, I will do that. I ain't gonna tell her you said it because you give her too much credit, like she run around here being a whoop all, beat all. Had a little chest sticking out that day when you was talking all that shit for her. She like, yeah, he know what's up. What? He don't know what's up. He don't know. He's just saying something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to jump in real quick. I'm listening to y'all talk about Ryan and Devin. I agree with Trey. These boys is 3-3, and I think I said it some time back. Ryan is being crazy like a fox. I don't think this dude is drinking and doing all this stuff that he popping out in front of us with. I think the man is trying to lure them to a false security hood where they think they gonna just walk through him. I don't think he's gonna just run. I don't think Devin just gonna run away from the fight. Run away with the fight. I don't see that happening at all. I think it's going to be a close contest. Now, if Devin frustrates Ryan, then it's a possibility. Well, Hyphy said that Ryan might just start trying to hook it on out, and kind of get away from his technique and what he's supposed to do. But for the most part, I think Ryan is coming to fight. I think people are going to be surprised when it happens.
You know, there's something about Devin that kind of surprises me, is that with his style, I would expect for the plus minus, I would expect for him to be more prominent on the plus minus list. Like as far as the percentage of the punches that you land compared to the percentage of the punches that your opponent land against you, the differential. You know, like we talk about Bivol. Bivol go out there and land 35% of his punches and only let you land 12. Somebody like Shakur Stevenson got the same type of stats. I don't see Devin Haney on the list. You know what I'm saying? And with the style that he got, I would expect for him to be on a list like that, where you able to have a high percentage of punches that you land and have a low percentage of punches that your opponents land. But when I look on them lists, I don't see Devin Haney. So that lets me know that that differential ain't as wide as with other fighters like Shakur Stevenson. I think it's a little bit easier to hit Devin Haney. Also, by him being orthodox and a regular sized guy, I think it's going to be easier to hit him as opposed to somebody like a Tank Davis that's short and southpaw. You got to reach down to hit this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to make it a little bit closer. Like I said, I'm taking Devin. I got Devin by decision. But I do see an avenue for Ryan to come and offer resistance.
I was talking. I thought I was talking. I can agree with you with that. But for the most part, yeah, Devin do get touched more than you would think he should not. And I also was following back on when you said that he ended up doing a stanky leg against Linares. If Ryan, I've never seen Ryan throw a 4 or 5 punch combination like Linares did and catch Devin coming out thinking it was the last punch, and he ended up getting caught and rocked. Ryan is quick. Ryan, you know, speed do help power, and I believe Ryan got some pop. And if Devin get caught slipping, we'll get a chance to see what his whiskers are really like. But a lot of people going already feel like he don't really have whiskers because, you know, Linares had him stumbling around. We'll see if he learned from that or not, and we'll see if Ryan is playing a well thought out game or if he's really just tripping with himself.
Do y'all feel like Ryan has any attributes over Devin besides power? Because I think that's pretty obvious that he got more power. Me personally, I think he got like a half a point faster hands. Like as far as his speed and explosion and his punches, I think I see a little bit more for Ryan. I think Devin got the better IQ, and I think he got the better fundamentals. I think he got the better jab. But I do see a couple of advantages for Ryan in the fight. But I don't like how he stands straight up and keep his chin in the air. Yeah, that's something that can get him in trouble. But yeah, I think his punches come off a little bit faster, and I think they're a little hard.
I agree. That's what I was saying about if Devin can frustrate Ryan, then it should be an easy night. Now I won't be surprised if Devin don't come out and try to use a power jab against Ryan for most of the part. You know, they messed around and showed the tape of them in the amateurs, and I'm like, I don't think that both of these guys are just gonna come out. They both has gotten better. You know what I'm saying? And what made me open my eyes, because you know I used to be hard on Ryan. You know that, bro. I used to be hard on him, and you made me look at him and say, dude, this man here ain't just out here playing boxing. He's got some hardware up under himself as an amateur. He just wasn't out there just out there playing coochie foot or whatever. So it made me open my eyes a little bit more. And like I said, I'm excited to see the fight. Where I was out of town, I seen, you know, they got rooting for this fight in Cabo and Ensenada. They got Ryan and Devin all over the place out there. So
how y'all feel about Bill Haney versus Derek James?
Huh?
Well, Derek James is garbage. So yeah, until he proved to me otherwise, he garbage.
What about y'all?
Do Bill got some boxing skills? I don't know. You know, does Bill have boxing in his or we just talking straight up?
He got some talking skills.
Yeah, I was saying, like, who you think got the advantage as far as the coaching? Bill Haney or Derek James?
Well, being that this is Bill's son, I would say that Bill would have the advantage over Derek as far as Derek teaming up with Ryan and Bill teaming up with his son. seeing that Ryan is still fairly new with Derek. And we've seen Ryan kind of go off track and try to do his own thing with Derek. As far as Devin goes, he listens to his pops pretty much throughout the ordeal of the fight. So I would give it to Bill.
Is Bill Haney a top level coach, or is he a level 1 free coach?
He'll be like what's his name? Like Rolly's what's Rolly's ex-trainer name? Bully. He'll be like he a level 1 free coach. LV1.
I saw Bill Haney get dismissed when he was talking to Floyd Mayweather Sr. about the pool counter. That nigga Floyd Mayweather Sr. told him to get out of his motherfucking face, trying to talk some boxing with him.
But that's Floyd Mayweather Sr.
I'm not a big believer in Bill Haney as a coach. I still need to see. But, you know, we will see that.
Man, these game plans he been coming up with here as of late, I mean, shit, he been looking good.
Yeah, against the guys that he got the advantage over, but the guy that he really needed it against, many people, including yourself, felt like he lost the fight.
Lomachenko?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I thought he had a good game plan, though. Them body shots, I think he exposed Lomachenko with them body shots more than anybody had, but, you know, I think that was about as good a fight as he could have fought against Lomachenko. I thought I did think he came up with a good game plan. So Bill Haney has impressed me with his game plan.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the competition from pro grade. I'm looking at what's the guy in Australia?
Cambosis
and shit like that. I mean, a lot of our opinion of Devin Haney is coming from fights like that. Guys that are just straight up inferior. He went up against Lomachenko, a smaller man that don't have a lot of punching power. Got the deep amateur background and all that kind of stuff, but you go into the fight with advantages and you arguably lose. I mean, you might have had a good game plan, but did he perform his game plan as well as Salido performed his game plan against Lomachenko? Because I guarantee that's where they got the body shots from. They looked at the Salido fight. Salido won the fight. And I know some people say he won the fight because of dirty tactics and all that kind of shit, but I thought that was a clear win for Salido. That was just my opinion. But it's kind of muddy a little bit when I look at the Haney fight. I done watched it several times, and sometimes I feel like Haney won the fight. Sometimes I feel like Lomachenko might have got the edge. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real murky. But,
well, I think we were looking at a more evolved, a more pro version of Lomachenko when he fought against Haney, because I think he learned a lot in that Salido fight about, you know, that was his welcome to the pros fight. If it's real welcome to the pros fight.
Yeah.
Welcome to the pros and take this with you.
Yeah, he was definitely more experienced when he fought against Haney. I just feel like, but even still, I feel like Salido was a little bit more effective with the way he approached the fight, mixing them looping right hands to the body and the head. See, I think Devin Haney would, if their game plan was really on point, he would have mixed that shit up. Instead of focusing just on the body, he would have went to the head with it too and made him make a decision. Make him make a guess. Where is this punch gonna go? Is it gonna go to the body or is it going to the head? Salido made him make them decisions. That's why sometimes he'll be looking for a body shot and take a clean head shot. Sometimes he'll be looking for a head shot to take a clean body shot. Devin Haney, I just seen body shots. I did not see him being landing dominant punches to the head with that looping right hand. I just seen body shots. And to me, if they was really just high level, they would have mixed it up upstairs and downstairs.
That sounds logical. Got some good strong points behind it. I felt a flaw was the same thing like what's his name? Sean Porter's dad would say, let the man have something. Don't let him have nothing. That's the way I look at it. Don't let him have anything. And I wanted to see if he gonna be willing to say, "Oh, let Ryan have the left. Let him have that weak ass left hand." I don't believe he's gonna do that this fight.
Yeah, I think I have to give an edge to Derrick James. I mean, Derrick James, he done been a fighter. I done seen him with other fighters and stuff. Yeah, I'm looking pretty decent. Earl Spence and Frank Martin and all the motherfuckers. I saw him show some little bit of improvement with Anthony Joshua when they had the fight. So I think I give an edge to Derek James.
Okay. I gave the edge to Bill for the simple fact that's Bill's son. And I had to factor in the point that Ryan, how long you been with Derek now? Close to a year.
Well, I think it's been how many fights? One fight.
Yeah, so far only one fight.
He was with Tank, right?
No, he was not.
He wasn't with Tank. Which fight did he have with Ryan?
He's only had one fight.
Oscar Geraldo.
Oh, okay.
Mexican.
I don't know with Derek James. I'm just hard pressed to think of some game plans that really impressed me. Like with Errol Spence, it's really hard to even think of a game plan because he always had the same game plan. Frank Martin, when he fought against Harutunian, I mean, he won that fight off his will. That wasn't no game plan win. When he went and what's his name? Charlo, he fought against Castaño. I mean, was his game plan worth a damn? Like, I mean, can y'all think of like a good game plan that Derek James had for any of his fighters?
In his defense, in his defense with the Charlo Castano fight, Charlo wasn't following the game plan. We heard Derek say that, and we heard Earl say that while the fight was going on. Charlo was doing some stuff today that wasn't in the book, languishing on the ropes and all that kind of stuff, letting Castano tee off first, be the first one to get off. He was doing a lot of stuff that I remember them complaining about. So I would kind of take this Castano. I wouldn't too much put that one on Derek. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't put that too much on Derek.
Okay. Well, I mean, like what fight where you thought Derek James had a good game plan?
But this is a thing for me. Like, it's different types of coaches, and it's more than one way to skin a cat. So, like, you got some trainers that's good with in-fight adjustments. They good with game plans and stuff. But you also got like an Ann Wolf when she trained James Kirkland, and she just get him in a mode to go kill and destroy. Like when he fought against that Puerto Rican kid, he went out there and down there killed that motherfucker. And she cheering it on. I was in the gym like that. Garland Powell. Nigga, we didn't have a whole bunch of sophisticated skills, but we coming to kill, nigga. When we pull up in that motherfucker and they see Garland Powell, they know what time it is. We in shape and we coming to kill, nigga. That's why that goddamn trophy case was full of trophies. Full of trophies in that motherfucker. When I see Derek James, I have seen him with some guys that's coming to kill something. And I got respect for that. If you're a coach and you able to put that mentality in your fighter, we coming to kill something. Because I think that's what Frank Martin had against Harutunian. Okay, I'm out here, I'm getting out class. This guy better than me. This guy more experienced than me. But at the same time, the way the training camp been, I'm in a position where I can come down the stretch and go take something from somebody. I done seen that in Earl. I done seen Earl off in fights, and Earl get in that motherfucker and just come to kill something, come to take something, destroy something, like when he fought against Ugas. He did Ugas bad in a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So I think that Derek James is closer to like an Ann Wolf type of trainer, so where it's about the mentality and what you go through in training. I'm going to make training harder than the actual fight, and I'm going to get you in that position where you can release that dog when you have to, and we're going to mix some skills, we're going to mix some fundamentals in too. It might not necessarily be the greatest game plan like a Bomac, his team or something like that. Right. But I'm gonna get my fighter in a position where he can go out there and kill something.
Where he won't wilt when it started getting harder. He's still trying to go forward. I figured.
So now.
Say that again? No, go ahead.
I was just saying. So now, with that being said, I think that'll be a horrible way of training Ryan Garcia. Cause I don't think he got that.
Well, see,
I don't think that training style gonna work for him.
You don't think trying to pull the dog out of Ryan to work?
No, I don't think that's gonna work for Ryan Garcia. I mean, I could be wrong,
But I just think that's a terrible way of going about training him.
I see Ryan as like, I see him where if you can get him to concentrate with you fully, I see you being able to garner enough attention from him to get him to see what it is that you see. I think what Ryan needs is that dude, Lord Haney's coming through, beat him down and make him, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying he need one of those dudes like what was the guy that with Ali?
Dundee.
No, not Dundee. His guy that was always in his ear, whispering in his ear, his whisperer with the bad hair.
With the bad hair.
Yeah.
Hey, you talking about Don King?
No, the dude the dude to Jamie Foxx, the role, I can't remember the guy's name. He had the bald spot and he got the bald spot in his head.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I can't think of his name either.
Bodini.
I got you.
Boudini.
Yeah.
Him. I think Ryan needs one of them. I think Ryan needs that person to steady say, hey, you can do this. You can go out there and put hands on this motherfucker. This motherfucker ain't got nothing for you, Ryan. What you think this is, man? This boy playing with you. You got hands. You got skills. Get your ass out there and put hands on this boy. Quit playing. He need one of them.
Sound like he need Adrian Broner in his corner.
Nah, because they'll both be drinking. They'll be drinking and at the club together.
Ryan got his pops over there too, so that kind of throw another variable off in there because he still be holding mitts for him and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, but is his pop got that killer in him?
His pops know him. He been there for the entire duration of his fighting career, so I'm pretty sure he know a button or two to push. Even if it's not during the fight, even if it's at home. I'm pretty sure he got some buttons he know how to push. Motherfucking won 215 out of 230 fights as an amateur when they was together.
That's saying something.
16 fights in their whole life. The motherfucker done fought 250 fights and lost 16 of them.
That speaks volume. That does speak volumes.
We'll just have to see on Saturday, man.
Man. Won't we? And I should be off early enough. I'm gonna be right there looking, eyes wide.
I'm gonna hit up my boy Yasser and Hyphy, tell them motherfucker drop a link. Give me
Earl Campbell.
Give me some with a whole bunch of crystals and trichomes and all that shit. Vaporizer cleaned up, and we gonna watch these fights.
Shit, hey, if you was out here, nigga, I got exactly what you looking for on my mama. Yeah.
You in Long Beach or Sacramento?
Yeah, I'm more towards Long Beach, like the LA area.
Oh shit, I should have called you when I was there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that's where you had Doc off.
Yeah, that's where we shipped out at.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I know a little off topic, but man, that it was a UFC event over the weekend, and that card was stacked like a motherfucker, and everybody enjoyed it. I'm hoping this June 1st is just the same, bro.
I don't think you can go wrong, bro. The weakest fight on the card is Willie Hutchinson versus Spider Richards, and I know that might not move the needle for the average, fight fan, but nigga, that's outstanding. You know what I'm saying? Spider Richards is one of the most underrated fighters in boxing. Willie Hutchinson, he is the most decorated amateur in the history of the country he come from, if I'm not mistaken. What country he come from? Is Ireland? Some shit like that. I know he won gold at the AIBA World Championships. The only person to beat him in the pros is Lennox Allen, the one that went out there and got knocked out by Mark Heffron. But he's a quality fighter though. And seeing him going against Spider Richards, that's a step up in class a little bit, because Spider's definitely better than Lennox Allen, because Lennox Allen is real raw. Spider Richards got some pretty good boxing skills. He got a decent little amateur background and stuff like that. And he done been in there with good fighters. You ain't just about to hit Spider Richards with no 2 punches and he gone. He done been off in there with Bivol. He done been off in there with Joshua Boatsy. He done been in there with a few of them motherfuckers. And he gonna come fight back. And that's the weakest fight on the card. Everything else is uphill from there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's expected firework.
Crazy card, man.
And man. So I wanted to go back to the way that Matchroom and what's the name of the other guy? Frank Warren them. I like that setup that they got. I'm truly excited about that. Didn't know that Deontay Wilder was the captain, but hey, what floats your boat?
Yeah, Hamza Saras is the captain for Frank Warren, and Eddie Hearn made Deontay Wilder the captain. I kind of think he did that just to send some shockwaves through the boxing world because wasn't nobody expecting that. You know?
It really wasn't.
Yeah,
Wilder and Hearn together, and then he turned around and said, "You're gonna be the captain."
Taking pictures and cheesing together and shit.
He. You got to think about it. All the time that the conversation been going on about Wilder and Frank Warren, I know it's a group of people that's like mind blown right now. They don't really know how to accept it or what to do with it. To me, I'm like, it's a chance for him to make some money. Who knows what been laid out in front of him if he can get past Zane? Who knows what the possibilities are?
Unfortunately, we all taking Zane, Zong. Who you taking? Who you got, OG?
I was just gonna say I hadn't really. I want to ride with Wilder because that's my guy, but I gotta look at it and say, one, I don't see Wilder really getting out of the way of punches like I would expect a slim dude to do. I would think he would be a little more fluent with getting out the way of punches, but when he was with Joseph Park, it didn't seem like he was really getting away from too much. He was letting Joseph get in on him.
Wilder gonna get stopped.
And then what you saying, Zane comes out and he leads with that straight left sometime. I don't know, man. Wilder might not make it.
That's what it comes down to. Yeah, that's what it comes down to for me is that Zong, he has a style that's much better going against a orthodox than what Wilder has going against a southpaw. Because he ain't got that lead right hand the way that Zong got that lead left hand. And I just think that's going to be hard on him, man.
Yeah, that's going to be a difference maker. He's going to have to come on with it. I don't know what Malik Scott is. I tried to give Malik Scott his chance to see if he would show us something. And I can say the most I've seen him get Wilder to show us was he went to the body a few times and was throwing the jab with Fury in the second fight. Yeah. But then ended up getting away from it pretty much instantly.
The third fight, as a matter of fact.
Oh, it was okay. When he was going to, either way, he still got away from it. He got away from it instantly. You know, it worked for him a little bit. Once Fury stepped back and threw a counter low when he was going low to the body, he got away from it.
He took the fucking identity away from Wilder because I saw Wilder as a sniper, a motherfucker that's gonna sit in the blind and wait on your ass to start to, catch you slipping and boom, just explode out of nowhere with a hard ass right hand. He ain't got that identity. Yeah, he ain't got that identity no more. When he got with Malik Scott, he want to come out working out the jab and be like a more conventional type of fighter. But he had his identity came because he didn't have a lot of experience. Like he formulated a way to win fights with limited experience. And Malik Scott took that away from him and tried to make him more like a conventional fighter. And I think that was a mistake.
Should have worked on the strengths that he had.
And then he kind of regressed too, because like in the first fight with Tyson Fury, I liked the way that he would keep Fury in check with I call it the stop jab. I don't know what other people call it, but like when you take a little half a step back and you fill in the space with the jab so you can stop the momentum of your opponent. Because sometimes Fury will come at him in a straight line and Wilder take a step back and touch him with the jab and break up the momentum. He didn't do that with Malik Scott. So to me, he kind of regressed.
Okay. I can agree with that. he doesn't seem like the same dude fighting with Malik. And you know, it's something he got to live with it now because Malik's in there. He's in there. I think he was trying to give Malik a chance to show that he could train, so maybe Malik can pick up some more fighters after this is over with him. But I don't see anything that's gonna make any other fighters be like, yeah, I'll go to Malik.
Everything about Malik Scott is fraudulent. Even when he got knocked out by Wilder, the goddamn punch didn't even land. And when I seen that shit, how can you believe in Malik Scott, bro? Somebody
Said, nigga, he's in the lawsuit is fraudulent.
Yeah, you remember that shit, right? The punch didn't even land.
Yeah,
Like,
he
what you
didn't touch
doing?
him.
Yeah, you took a dive. It's kind of like when Mike Tyson fought against what's my man when the night that Tupac got killed. The one he acted like he got hit with a right hand, but he was blinking his eyes and shit like he got hit with something from Tyson, and Tyson didn't even touch the man. What's the name of that fighter?
The night Tupac died, who was Fury fight? I mean,
Mike Tyson. I can't think of that motherfucker name, man. But that shit was just the same. Did now one of them dudes take no punch?
Mr. Joseph Brown said, MZ, talk about your fighter thanking God for the white man. Wait a minute. What's it? Help me understand what that was.
Hey, bro, don't come in our chat with that my fighter shit. We ain't doing that bullshit tonight.
This from the man is always my fighter.
Yeah, all that my fighter, your fighter shit. We ain't doing that.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm because I still didn't get my pick, but I'm gonna say I'm hoping Wilder to come out there and do his thing, but I have to lean more towards Zhang or Zong or however you say his name is. I have to go toward more with him because he just seemed he got a little more boxing to him than Wilder. If that makes sense. Neither one of them get out the way. I will give him that. Now, Wilder come out and do that little skip the loop thing that he used to do. That's the Wilder I missed. The one to do the little skip move and knock your brains out, like he did Dominique Wilk. What's his name? Dominic.
That nigga said
What's that
Dominic
motherfucker's name? No, I wasn't gonna say Wilkins. What's his last name? Hyphy?
Brazil.
When he knocked out Brazil, had him in airplane, looking like the airplane thing on your phone.
Yeah.
If you do a little skip move, that to me that's vintage Wilder. Because that punch is so fast, he caught when he dropped Fury, he caught Fury blinking. You know how Fury liked to wipe his face and blink? He caught Fury right in the blink and punched the shit out of him. If we get that Wilder, we'll find out if Zane can stand back up. But I don't know how good that's gonna be.
Hey, Rod X held it down for me. That fighter was Bruce Seldon against Mike Tyson.
Okay.
That motherfucking Malik Scott, they cousins. Taking dives and shit.
Don't do that, Joseph Brown. I didn't say Dominique Wilkins, man. Come on. Don't.
Hey, look, I got Wilder on three-way.
Yeah, I just feel sorry for the fighters that's under their stable. You know what I mean? Because that is his true mindset, to be a slave master. And like I've said it before, that's another thing I've told you during the Joshua the negotiation stuff. I said them slave masters. And and I'll guarantee you that family was slave masters at one point in time. I guarantee you it. For him to say that is crazy.
So what you saying that Wilder decided to go join the plantation?
No,
Wilder said that.
You mistaken, MZ. He talking about Steven Espinoza.
Oh, okay. That's what you saying.
No, I'm fucking with you.
No, I know what you're doing. But yeah, those words didn't age well at all. That didn't age well at all. But I guess you could say this is one of the perfect times where you can say money talking, bullshit walk.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? This is one of those times. Yeah. I would like to see somebody ask him a question. So, what do you think about that slave master conversation that you gave us back in the day.
Man, I wish somebody would ask him that so bad, man.
That's the power of your excellency. That motherfucker, he erasing all boundaries. Even slaves and slave masters can come together and sit at the same table. All for the love of the mighty dollar, man. Salute to your excellency.
Joseph Brown said, Wilder ain't say bomb squad one time. When he took his mask off, I did see that. He did do one bomb squad when he unmasked himself when they were showing the team players.
I like how he did that shit, man. Had everybody revealing themselves and shit. Like you kind of surprised about the matchups and shit. I mean, I like how they did that shit, man. The whole thing.
Did anybody know that was Wilder before he unmasked?
No.
You didn't?
They're playing masked boxer because they got the masked singer.
What team y'all think gonna win? Team Matchroom or team? What is it? Queensberry?
Queensberry. No. Is it Queensberry?
I don't know.
I don't know what Frank Warren is called. I thought he is Queensberry.
Who y'all got, Queensberry or Matchroom?
I want to say Matchroom. But Frank Warren might have something up his sleeve.
Matchroom might watch them niggas.
It tastes funny coming out of my mouth saying Matchroom, Matchroom.
Well, I know that Ergovich is gonna beat Dubois, so I'm gonna get at the Matchroom.
Okay.
I got Zhang though. I got Zhang beating Wilder.
Okay, that's 1-1.
So you got the team captain losing.
Right. Right.
Hamza Saraz versus Ammo Williams. Who you got? Decane and OG.
Who you say again? Ammo and who?
Hamza Saraz.
Ammo was with Matchroom, right?
I'm gonna have to go with Hamza.
You taking Ammo?
I'm gonna have to go with Hamza.
My phone over here tripping. I think you said Ammo.
Yeah,
I got him. Yeah, he got Ammo. I got Hamza.
Okay, you got Hamza Saraz. Okay, that's a tough one. That's one of the toughest ones of the night. I think I'm gonna take Hamza Saraz too, man. He seemed like he might be special, but I think if it go late into the fight, Ammo can get to him with body work and maybe slow him down. But as far as just straight up frame and talent and shit, I think I got to go with Hamza. Ammo got a relatively late start in boxing. He was like I want to say a 2 on the scale. I don't remember him winning no national championship. So I think it's like a 2 going against a 3. I'm gonna take Hamza Saraz. So so what's that? That's Queens. Hamza Saraz is Queensberry, right? Yeah, that's Queens because that's their team captain. Okay, so who y'all got out of Nick Ball versus Ford?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go with Ford.
And me and Hyphy, we taking Ball. But this motherfucker Ford can't make weight hard. And he got a goddamn wrecking ball coming at him. So we split on that one. Who y'all got out of Willie Hutchinson versus Spider Richards?
Richardson.
I don't know shit about Willie.
I know Hutchinson is like you said, he the most decorated from where he's from, but I think this is different. This is a different stage. He might get out there and perform like Josh Taylor did against the guy that we said he lost to before.
That was coming off a layoff and shit, though. Ain't no layoff in this fight.
Yeah, it ain't no layoffs, huh? Wilder just fought. Zhang just fought.
Yeah, I'm taking Hutchinson. I'm taking that 5. I ain't seen Spider Richards beat nobody on that level. Because he been fighting 4.5s and losing, so I'm gonna take this 5 to beat him.
He do.
Yeah, I mean, he had a close fight with Bivol.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I felt like Bivol will do better against Canelo with that short style. Because Spider Richards, he ain't no punk, man. You know what I'm saying? Spider Richards is gonna come fight back every time. Every single time. So I won't be surprised if Spider win. He one of my underrated favorite fighters. Because they put him off in there tough and he don't never lay down. He always come and fight back and show something. Salute to my nigga Spider Richards, man. For real. Square business.
Joseph Brown said, I never seen Wilder smile so much.
Another one of my favorite fighters fighting this weekend, man. Medallita. David Jimenez. And motherfucker, man, I had a chance to win the biggest bet when he fought this guy out of California. Fuck, I can't think of his name. They had Medallita by decision at plus 2,200, nigga. That means 22-1 odds that this man was gonna win by decision. He come from Costa Rica. He fought in the Central America and the Caribbean games and all that shit. He was a medalist. That's why they call him Medallita. That stands for medal. And he went out there and won the fight by decision. I ain't even make the bet like a goddamn sucker. The dude last name was Sandoval. But since then, I done made a few bets on Medallita. He always come through for me, except for his last fight. He lost against Artem Dalakian. But you know, he got a deep amateur background and shit. I think he was on the team with Lomachenko in Ukraine. So he can fight, you know what I'm saying? But this guy, John Scrappy Ramirez, this weekend, he undefeated, but he like a 2 on the scale. And he about to go and fight a 4.5 in Medallita. Yeah, and they got Medallita as the underdog at plus 160. I can't wait till they post that shit so I can bet. Yeah, that's this weekend. Also, look out for Kane Sandoval going against Angel Rebollar. That Angel Rebollar, they always put him off in there with tough people, man. From what's the name of the southpaw, the young southpaw for Top Rank that's knocking niggas out?
What was the question again?
What's the name of that lightweight with Top Rank that's knocking niggas out? The southpaw.
Not Brother Abdullah.
Yeah, Abdullah Mason. This Angel Rebollar, he done fought Abdullah Mason. He done fought a few of them. Undefeated fighters with deep amateur background. They keep on putting them in there with people like that. In his last fight, he won by split decision over a decorated amateur. His last fight. This weekend right here, they got him in there with another undefeated fighter with a deep amateur background, and Kane Sandoval. Angel Rebollar, he is putting together one of the best resumes out of the young fighters, man, because they keep on putting him in there with the best, with the toughest young up-and-coming prospects and shit, man. So salute to Rebollar, man. He fighting this weekend against Kane Sandoval. Y'all look out for that shit.
Yeah, that was his next to last fight. Esteban Munoz, he won by split decision. And then he beat Omar Rosario by unanimous decision in his last fight.
Yeah, the
It
Rosario
was 11. It was 11-0.
Yeah, the one that you just said, that's the one that had the amateur background, deeper than the one he beat by split decision.
Yeah, he beat him by unanimous decision.
Yeah, I ain't even realized that shit. But yeah, that motherfucker, they put him off in there pretty tough though, man. And he don't be getting knocked out or nothing like that. He only lose by decision when he lose, and he always fights back. So I'm looking forward to that fight this weekend.
And he only 20 as well. So
Yeah, that motherfucker got a hard life, man. They only 20, and they put them off in there with all these 3.5s and all that shit, threes, and like, god damn.
He gonna end up putting it together and end up being hell to deal with permanently.
Yeah, he gonna be high risk, low reward, man, before you know it. He ain't gonna even be worth testing your young prospect against no more, because he getting too much experience with all these good motherfuckers, and he started to beat them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Salute to my nigga Rebollar, man, for real.
Let me see. Is anybody else gotten to the point where they just ready to see somebody make themselves stand out? I mean, really stand out head and shoulders above the rest? Or is it just me?
Shit, we say that about 154 all the time. That's that weight division is full of niggas like that.
I'm ready for somebody to set themselves apart and let it be a glaring look. That's
Oh,
what
which, which division you talking about?
Any division. You know, we got boxing is doing its thing right now. Any division for me.
Hey,
I'm
is
so
Virgil
excited.
Ortiz? Oh, my bad.
I was about to say I'm so excited when I saw Bivol and Arthur facing off. I was like, is it happening? This is happening. I've been salivating for this fight. I am so excited to see them get in the ring because I want to see. I got Bivol. I'm saying it right now. Been saying it from way back then. I got Bivol.
You got a loss on the way. Express delivery.
Don't do Bivol like that.
You got a 4.5 going against a bona fide 5. I'm talking about one of the greatest amateurs of all time. 395-5. He only lost to 2 men, and that was Alexander Usyk, a goddamn supreme world beater, destroyer, and the other guy, I can't remember his name. I know that he took a loss to Matthew Badalik in the pros, but they was 2 southpaws. The only 2 men to beat this man in his whole life was 2 southpaws. In the amateurs, he was basically a cruiserweight. They call it heavyweight because they got super heavyweight, then they got heavyweight, then light heavyweight. He fought at heavyweight. He was knocking out cruiserweights. And I don't even know how he even got in the frame for 175. I don't even understand how he makes 175. It almost made me think that motherfucker might be shooting up one of them hypodermic needles around this motherfucker. But like when I look at him, Better Be look like a motherfucker that go to Georgia, SEC type motherfucker. And Bivol look like he go to USC or something. Like a very good athlete. He going to a very respectable program, but it ain't the SEC. I think it's gonna be similar to the Gosling fight. I think Bivol gonna come out there and look good early. All kind of awesome boxing skills. Hit and not get hit. It's gonna look smooth. But you're gonna see Better Be chomping away. He gonna catch up to that motherfucker in the second half of the fight. I guarantee he cannot take them punches from Better Be. This is one of the most craziest punches that we ever seen in life. He got all this experience. He was running Kovalev and all them niggas off the amateur program. This is just a different level. I got to go with Better Be all day long.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, but I'm going with Bivol, man. I'm going with Bivol.
Take your L. I ain't mad at you.
I'm gonna take it if it comes. But I don't think it's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah, it ain't coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Bivol gonna fight through that, man. This is something he's been waiting for. Bivol been waiting for this.
And we're gonna see.
This is a chance to prove. You know, it's a lot of people say the Better Be is the man. And Bivol say this is when he step up. This is when his game step up. When they say this is the best that he fighting, his game step up. It's percolating. About to get it popping around here.
Go ahead and keep on bucking that scale. We're gonna see how this shit go. You got a bona fide 5. I'm talking about that motherfucker coming through.
You just made me have a flashback. You don't buck against the scale. You want to get your ass tore off the bone and go ahead then. I done told you.
It's all good. It's all good. I ain't gonna get on you.
Let me see. He said I'm taking the 33-year-old over the 39-year-old in Bivol. He hold riding with me.
Everybody eat that crow together. Say your grace before you eat the crow.
Yeah, I knew it was somebody that was riding with me.
I mean, you got a bad man riding with you.
I know.
And Joseph Brown. But you also got a bad man going against you, and that's your boy Trey X.
Yeah. What? I think DeCane was saying that he was going to ride with Bivol back in the day. I don't remember. I don't want to just throw him out there.
DeCane a big Bivol fan, so I won't be surprised. So you got some cold people going with you, but I got some take Better Be.
Yeah, I fucks with Bivol, man. Bivol just remind me of myself. You know how he's so smooth. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Better Be if Better Be if is a force, man. I like Better Be if too. So like this is a hard pick for me.
Yeah, I'm just glad that they both squaring off. So the winner, they could face the number one fighter at 175,
Who, Morrell?
David Morrell.
I knew that nigga about to say that old crazy shit.
Man,
So what
the
them niggas done gave up? They done just gave up on 168, huh? And they done moved to 175.
Nah, hey, David Morrell, he said a long time ago, if David Benavidez try to run, he gonna chase his ass. And that's what he doing.
Well, hell, Benavidez had to move on because he can't get a shot at the belts because Canelo won't fight him.
Yeah, but he still could have fought Morrell though and gave and did a solid for the fans. They even got some people like Timothy Bradley now calling him out for not fighting Morrell.
Man,
So y'all
why do they want him to fight Morrell so bad?
I guess because it'll be a great fight.
Oh hell, they acting like he the one ducking when he getting ducked.
So wait a minute, did I miss something when I was gone? Y'all telling me that Benavidez is going to 75?
Yeah, he fighting Gosek in his next fight.
Wow.
But Mauricio Suleiman said the WBC gave David Benavidez the choice to fight for the belt. They said he decided to go to 175, and then so in his next fight he get the choice whether he want to come back down and face Canelo or he can stay at 175.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Because apparently he made this choice to go to 175 like days away from the fight being mandated with Canelo.
yeah.
So you saying he's scared of Canelo, huh?
I mean, it looked like he kind of skipped out on that opportunity to go to 175. I don't know what the logic was, the science behind that shit, but if you was days away from the fight being mandated, unless Suleiman was talking out his ass, but that's the story that he got.
Maybe he looked at the fact that we all might not be remembering, but when has Canelo ever really taken the mandated fight?
Yeah, they brought
mandated
that
him to
up
fight
too.
before, and he was like, "Fuck what they talking about."
Yeah, because they brought that up too about how Canelo talking about how he does what he wants and all this type of shit. So,
Can we put this in a category for questionable PBC moves? Because they don't seem to be the best at guiding fighters' careers, and him fighting against guys that kind of caught me off guard. I didn't see the logic in it either. So maybe it's just a questionable PBC move.
Yeah, I don't really get it.
I got me scratching my head because I'm like, as long as you've been screaming about Canelo, fight me, Canelo this, Canelo that, Canelo, and then the information is coming to me that you just had like 72 hours at the most to wait for them to mandate, I would at least gave the opportunity a chance to see if Canelo would take it or not. You don't have to wait a long time to find out, but you would have known. You could have found out from him. I would have took the chance to at least see if it would have popped off.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if Gosek whoop his ass because Gosek ain't no punk. I mean, he retired Adonis Stevenson and hurt him real bad. And he was 260 and 40, so he got 300 amateur fights. He done been in the ring with power punches like, Stevenson and Beterbiev. So he know how I feel for them punches, and I'm pretty sure David ain't punching like Beterbiev. And plus, he got lateral movement. He got decent footwork. And we saw David Benavidez have some troubles with the footwork from the Junkyard Dog, Anthony Durrell. Mm-hmm. So I won't be surprised if Gosek is able to box and turn him a little bit and at least give him some trouble. Maybe get stopped late or something like that. But if the stoppage don't come, I can see it looking interesting on the cards.
As long as he don't get a free cut that mess with him.
This might be a cherry pick gone wrong because this is a former champion. I know his activity ain't been the best, but this is a person that's been fighting his whole life. And he only got one loss. I don't see why he would feel like he afraid of David or anything like that. He coming up in weight. This is a weight class that the guy been at for a while. He probably gonna fight back.
Probably. Unless he shot, I don't see no reason that he wouldn't fight back, seeing that the names that you named that he already been in the ring with. And not to mention David is moving up. He moving up. I'm still trying to figure out how this could be a good move for him, because it put him in the sights with Beterbiev and Bivol. They up there.
Yeah, that's what I heard him say. He wants the winner of that fight too. He said he been sparring Bivol. He feel like he can whoop Bivol.
Ain't that something? I don't know, man. I don't know. I can understand that y'all together and y'all sparring and everything like that. You might have been sparring trying to see if you was better than Bivol, and Bivol might have been sparring to make sure he was perfecting whatever it was he was working on. Might not be the same when you get out there to fight for real.
Man, whenever I hear a motherfucker talk about sparring, I listen. Because I remember when Daniel Dubois fought Joe Joyce, and they were former sparring partners. Joe Joyce said he was kicking his ass in sparring, but they made Daniel Dubois 8-1 favorite, and that motherfucker went out there and got stopped. Hell, we had a fight this past weekend with Guido Villanello versus FL Jabba, former sparring partners. Villanello said he had something for FA. I thought he won the goddamn fight. But it was close, though. It could have went either way. I wouldn't have been mad at a draw either. There was some people that said they had the 96-94 for FA. Some people had the 96-94 for Villanello. But what that guy said about sparring was some evidence that this fight was going to be a lot closer than what people anticipated. Everybody picked knockout. What your boy Trey X picked? Split decision. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Yeah. I done heard several stories. Motherfucker got familiarity. See, that's what I be talking about, man. That's an extra variable. When you got familiarity with a motherfucker, you already know what he coming with. That's the reason why I never bet rematches, because they done already been in the ring with each other. So when you hear that news about sparring, and one guy talking about what the sparring went like this, and I had the advantage, it's worth listening to. That don't mean 100% of the time it's gonna go in his favor, but it's definitely worth paying attention to for sure.
Duly noted. Joseph Brown said, if this was 2 years ago, I would take Beterbiev. And then he also comes back and says Morrell is the WBA regular, Benavidez is a WBC interim. So it's a fight that could be made.
Yeah, they just see Morrell as a high risk, low reward. Ain't nobody gonna give no credit except for us, hardcore boxing fans. But ain't nobody gonna give no credit for no guys either, though. So might as well fight Morrell, in my opinion.
Yeah, get that scout. That's a good scout. That's a real good scout. You got him young when he was vibrant and smelling his piss before he get really cracking into his what's the word? His prime
and all that shit.
Yeah, till he get into his prime. Once he get in his prime, it's gonna be a different monster altogether.
Yeah.
Once he put it all together, then you kind of look at it and say, damn, I waited too long. Now you're gonna end up making us wait till you feel like he declined. Bullshit.
Yeah, want to get y'all thoughts on, Eddie Hearn. He been shaking and moving. That nigga signed him one of them ones, baby. He got that signing last week. How y'all feel about that?
Boots going?
Yeah, Bosey's son.
I think one, business-wise, it must make sense to Boots and his family, because they made that step. Devin parlayed messing with Hearn to where I think he's comfortable. Took him a little bit, but then once he panned it out and got it the way he wanted it, he was able to fight for belts and get his name right. I'm hoping Boots does not get over there and run into a Dimitri Andre. The way they he kind of like faded away over there at Matchroom. But I'm thinking maybe Eddie learned his lesson from past mistakes, and he's actually trying to figure out, because he got the your highness over there bellowing money out for fights. And if Eddie is the slick talker, and I got this money, I can give it to you, I can get you these fights, if we can get these people to agree. But like I said, money talks, bullshit walks, and Eddie was the first one pretty much to get up under the Prince's Your Highness's wing. So he's giving this man some fights that he wanted. So I think Eddie got his ear, and by Eddie having his ear, he should be able to get the ear of a lot of these fighters if they're looking for money. I'm just saying.
I like it for Boots because the worst case scenario would be like Andrade. Andrade got a lot of fights over there. I saw an Archie Moore interview one time, and he said, "I just wanted fights. I didn't give a damn who I fought." And that's the number one thing for a fighter, to get fights. Even if you don't get the fights that you want, you get fights. You can take home and check the baby, take care of your family, and stay active. So when the good opportunities do come along, if they come along, you'll be ready for them, instead of sitting on the shelf like PBC with postponed boxing careers, and you sitting on the shelf for a year or two, disappearing off the motherfucking scene and shit. And then when a big fight do come along, like Cool Boy Stealth versus Inouye, you go out there and get your ass demolished. I would much rather be with Matchroom than PBC all day long for that very reason. I actually rank Matchroom pretty high because of their activity. Number one for me would be Top Rank, and I think number two might be Matchroom. PBC would be towards the bottom of the list because they
are not active.
They don't move fighters worth a fuck over there with the PBC. They don't build them up, and they don't move them right. And when the big fights come along, especially when they like with a co-promotion type of thing, like when they go against Top Rank or something, that's a guaranteed loss. Guaranteed loss. So I like him a lot better with Matchroom than I would with PBC.
Now it sounds crazy, but yeah, you heard it. Trey X said he must see Boots over there, and I agree. You know, I didn't give the same reasons, but I say we going down the same road. PBC, as let's give it what it is. They advise their fighters to fights where they can get the biggest amount of money, which makes them way less active. I think Eddie Hearn sat back and paid attention to how Bob Arum kind of moved, and he's seen the good part of how PBC move and the very bad part of how they move. Fighters need to be active. The more active fighters you have, the more money you got coming in, because everybody fight.
They literally promising fighters that you can fight one time a year for $1 million and you be set. Like with Lil B-Hop.
Right.
But I do trust them motherfuckers, especially when there's some co-promotion shit.
So sure, we might end up looking up and seeing a migration of fighters going that way. I wouldn't be surprised. Loyalty, I can see some fighters try to be loyal and stick it out. But let's be real. You want to fight, or you want to sit around and wait to make a big check and lose while you're doing it? That's just a question I'm asking, because I've seen two of the fighters that I liked a lot co-promote or end up fighting a top-ranked dude and getting their ass tore up. Deontay Wilder lost to Tyson Fury, top-ranked guy. And Earl Spence got demolished. Chance Crawford, ex-top-ranked guy.
And Cool Boy Stealth got demolished by Inouye. And Inouye is promoted by Top Rank sometimes.
So There you have it. The proof is in the pudding. If we following boxing and forgetting about having alliances, then I'm looking wherever the fighters go and they can get to fight. And if they're gonna be in match room fighting for the royal family, then so be it. I get to see them fight. They get paid. Ain't that what everybody been saying they want it anyway?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, now.
It almost felt like a statement. Like, where do you want your career going? If you sign with PBC, you might be trying to be like a headlining star or something. But if you go like the top rank, you might be trying to like build your career up into like a real fighter. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I see it.
Okay. And bringing in the zone right now, I guess that's about to turn into the new big stage. That's what I'm seeing. I think that's where the bright lights are going to start shining when, if Eddie put the right fights together, he has the capability to get the lights to shine real bright on his stable. I gave him the rest of this year to see what other kind of moves he's able to pull off. Because if who is Jake Paul messing with when it comes to putting his shows together? Is he doing it on his own, or is that a part? Who does Jake Paul work with?
He got his own promotion. Shit, I be saying Jake Paul Promotions or whatever that shit is.
So he's doing it by himself?
Yeah.
Wow.
And plus Eddie Hearn, man, he got the relationship with the Saudis. PBC, they ain't even over there fighting.
Right. That's what I was speaking on. He got the ear. He got the ear of the Royals. So if he got the ear of them, meaning that his fights get put on over there fairly easy, it seems like. All these guys want to shine in that kind of brightness, I believe. Especially the ones at PBC who really want to. If you really want to be a star, you really want to shine and let the world see you. Well, it's a new big stage out for you to go shine and be on. I think Boots made a good decision. Not only because I think if the Excellency get to see him do his thing, it'll be a little hunger for him. We might get to see Boots more than, I'll say, at least 3 times in a year. We might start seeing that kind of stuff.
Your Excellency might want to see Boots fight the winner of Crawford versus Madrimal.
That's a possibility. And it seemed like every fight that he didn't want it, he didn't got.
That motherfucker real boxing guy too. He said that one of his favorite fighters is Mark Chamberlain. I'm like, God damn, most people don't even know who the fuck Mark Chamberlain is. I know who he is because we done bet on him a bunch of times and we done picked him in the Champ Ross a bunch of times. But for your Excellency to know who he is, that really impressed me.
He a true boxing fan. We should be happy on the cool. We should be happy that he letting it be known. You know what I'm saying? We said, man, if somebody had the money to just get the fights, well, the boxing gods have answered.
Sure has. And he a real boxing dude. When they was on stage, he shook everybody's hand, but when he got to Roberto Duran, he grabbed him and hugged him. So that's a motherfucking legend. And he's showing that respect for the legend. You know what I'm saying? So that he's showing me little shit to let me know, like, this is a real boxing man right here to respect.
I fuck with him when he said, when Tank was talking about sending me some Lamborghinis and all that bullshit, he said, I'll send you 2 boxing gloves, nigga.
Yes. Nigga, who you think you talking to?
For real. Sit your bitch ass down somewhere, nigga.
I own a country. You talking to me about some Ferraris? You already done showed that you foolish and think like a kid. We might not talk to you again for 4 or 5 years. Depending
unless they find somebody to whoop his ass and offer him a bunch of money to come take that ass whooping.
Sometimes I think we just don't think.
What
you
if they
going
come
insult?
around? I want Tank Davis versus Subriel Matias at 140, and we'll give Tank 50 million or something. What you gonna do?
His little fat ass, I mean, not fat. His little ass gonna go get that money.
He might go over there and get that ass whooping though. Shit.
No, Al gonna advise him to bet on himself. He ain't gonna take that.
Wait, say what?
I said Al gonna advise him to bet on himself. He ain't gonna take that. He gonna tell him he can make more money by himself.
I'm gonna tell him,
All
boy.
money ain't good money, huh, man?
That's what Al gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know Al talk Wilder out of that $100 million deal and all that shit. Yeah, take the cash cow over there at PBC. Ain't finna let him go over there and get no Saudi money.
I don't know. You know, the same way we know Wilder got talked out of some money. You think Tank don't know? Are you really willing to test the formula against money that is for sure? This is money from a country. This is money of the motherfucker that run the country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How you finna talk? How can you talk against that? Make that make sense.
I wish a nigga would try to tell me not to take no $100 million. Nigga, it might be a fight right there on the spot. Fuck you talking about, nigga. 100 million? Y'all niggas crazy as fuck.
Boy, I might not even be ahead of the fight. They might have to wait till I get out.
For real, nigga. 100 million, and you know the money good.
I don't think you should take that. I'll slap somebody.
What? 100 million?
I would slap the taste buds out your mouth. What are you talking about? 100 million? You saying don't take 100 million? How you fixing your mouth to say that?
You got kids, you got a family, you got a dollar with spinal bifida, and this nigga telling you to turn down some money like that? Nigga, please.
Gotta bet on yourself, King.
Well, I'm finna bet on myself. I'm putting it on all Saudi. Let's ride. You ain't finna talk me out of it. Goodness gracious.
PBC need to go ahead and link up with them motherfuckers, man, and start making some of these fights too. Y'all just can't sit on the outside on the banks and let everybody else get all the action and get all the money, and you don't get none.
They done already jumped their ass in the deal with Amazon.
Nigga, side deals exist. We're gonna have to put something together.
What you say, side? Make another company spin off of the PBC. Okay, y'all, this is what we're gonna do.
Just like Tony Montana said, nigga, I made my deals on the side, but I never crossed you motherfuckers. And that's what it'll be, nigga, because I'm gonna make my deal on the side and go get some of that money over there. They got too much money. They trillionaires over there, nigga. We ain't gonna get no money.
Yeah.
Nigga, crazy as fuck.
What's the name of that stuff that Deontay Wilder went and did? It made him see that, hey.
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca took his ass right over there to Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn got him on the boat, on a plane, finna fly back over to Saudi and get paid quickly too. I mean, a fast turnaround. It didn't take no year. It didn't take no bullshit negotiating. It didn't take none of that. Whatever they said to him, Wilder made it happen so fast that nobody could even give you news that he was thinking about it.
My nigga the Kane said that ayahuasca so bad, his ex-girlfriend took that shit and changed her whole life. Nigga grew her hair out natural and everything.
Shit.
Yeah, I used to date a girl who did that shit.
Yeah, I remember you told her.
Yeah. Oh, you were talking about me when you said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So
I had left the room. Yeah.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, I watched the video about that shit the other day. Folks was going to this guy in Mexico and taking ayahuasca and having life-changing experiences.
Yeah.
It looked dangerous though, because they was doing they shit at the ocean at the beach, right there next to the water. And sometimes
Damn.
they'll get the trip and they'll go off in the water, and then the dude have to go grab them and put them back on shore. But that shit was crazy. They had a few people that were actually floating in the ocean while they was on the ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit looked dangerous as fuck.
It was crazy the way people describe that shit. Like they say you see a whole bunch of visions and shit like you dreaming or something, but it'd be like shit that's revealing shit to you deep in your subconscious or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna just stick to this reefer madness. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. That sounds like that's too strong for a nigga.
Yeah.
But I want to know what they see.
They said they be seeing entities and all kind of shit. They say that they be seeing little damn, what you call them things, like a gnome or something, like these little troll things. I can't remember how they explain it, but these little creatures that be talking to them and shit. That's where they be getting the revelation from a lot of the time. They say a lot of geometric shapes and shit like that too, like they in another dimension.
Interesting. Wow.
I think some people say like the creatures be like little rabbits or something like that be talking to them and making them make their ego die and all this kind of shit so they could receive what they supposed to receive.
Wow.
I'm cool though. They can have that shit. Deontay can have that shit too. For real.
Yeah, because it didn't let him fight right at all with Joseph Parker. He was subdued. He just don't seem the same.
That motherfucker might get carried out on a goddamn stretcher against Zane, man. I hope not, bro.
Come on, man. Do the skip move and punch the dude head off.
We'll
Man.
see.
Yeah, we're going to see. Big E say, I ain't riding with Wilder no more. Ever. Big Bang.
Got who? 0.5, man. Well, shit, it's almost midnight. I'm about to go ahead and jump out and find me something to eat and smoke some of this doja. I'm gonna be listening though.
Shoot. What is it? Yeah, it's 5 minutes till midnight. I came in so I can just holler at y'all because I missed out. Being over there, I couldn't use. Man, I just was cut off. But you know what? It was so relaxing not to have phone calls or anything coming through the, just being unplugged. Really, it was like that.
Yeah. Already.
Super cool.
Only bad thing is you missed out on the bets, nigga, because me and Yasa was on a goddamn tear.
Man. I have to take that as, it is what it is, because what I got to do was I wouldn't trade it. I missed out, but I didn't miss out. My daughter sent me a picture of the eclipse through her phone, and on the phone the sun actually got covered up, so I got a chance to share that.
Yeah,
because nothing happened out there.
Time.
Oh, you did?
Hell yeah, nigga. That was one of the most special experiences of my life. I had seen this little video too where the Kane was talking about how Nat Turner got inspired to do what he did because of the eclipse. I can see why a motherfucker would get inspired off some shit like that. It was definitely unique for it to be that time of day. The next thing you know, it looked like it's 9 o'clock at night with the goddamn street lights coming on and the fucking crickets, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing and shit. And it's like 1:30, 2 o'clock type time.
Right.
That shit was crazy. Watched it with my pops.
Wow. That's something that I wanted to see, but nothing like that happened out there in the water. That effect didn't even show up out there in that water.
It was an experience that made me feel like it connected me to people throughout the millennia. Because I'm pretty sure over thousands of years, there have been people outside astounded by the eclipse. I bet it's been a bunch of people over time standing outside, looking up at the sky, trying to see the eclipse. It just made me feel like it connected all of us across time.
Well, hell yeah, like imagine seeing some shit like that and you wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, Decay. You just look up and all of a sudden the sun is blacking out. And you don't know what's going on.
For real.
You're probably thinking the world about to end, all kind of stuff going through your head.
You think it's about to be revelation out this motherfucker.
Yep. For real. But I'm in the chat.
All right, bro, take it easy. See. Let me see. I don't see nothing. He said Boost wants Bozy wants Boost to fight 3 times a year. He might can get that at the zone, man. He might can get that. People will eat him up if they get that. People already clamor about the way he do stuff and how he move and everything. But he better get off of that switching side to side. I still don't trust that flipping from stance to stance like that. But other than that, I think he got a chance to really get a light shown on him. What you thinking, Decay?
I just want to reiterate Derrick James is garbage. They got exposed.
Wow. Well,
Hey, what happened to
Hyphy always get quiet like that. He might be getting him something to eat.
Okay.
He might be doing that. Man, you gonna beat up Derrick James like that though? Derrick didn't do nothing to nobody.
Yeah, man. We gotta put Derrick James on blast. That man told Earl to step around.
Step around what?
It's me, man. Step around that ass whooping you taking out there. But yeah, that was the only instruction he had for the man.
Oh man, I don't know what to say.
He was so bad in that fight. Earl don't even want to pay him. I heard that. Ain't that the rumor? Earl didn't want to pay him.
It's so many. It's so many rumors they got going on. But the one that sound more.
For that.
I ain't paying for that ass whooping that you sent me out there to get.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to give me that Rolly Romero free training.
Level. So I wasn't finished saying. I was gonna try to give it a number. I'm gonna ask you. So what level is Derrick James as a trainer in your opinion? Don't say level 1. Don't say level 1.
I'm gonna give him like we'll give him a 2.5.
A level 2.5.
Yeah, we'll give him a 2.5.
Seeing the what's the word I'm looking, circumstances of how he and Earl got together, I guess I can teeter you that. But the biggest rumor that I've been hearing about he and Derrick James is payment. But the question is rising: is Derrick getting paid from the actual fight money when they first get paid, or is he asking for some of that money from the back end? Is he saying he's supposed to get some of that money? Because apparently Earl getting some money. So if If the contract is for you get money straight direct from the pot, then I don't know what to say. Business is business.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's that back end shit they be talking about with PVC. Maybe Earl don't want to get him his cut of the back end money or some shit.
That's what I'm asking. Is he entitled to some of the back end money, or is he just entitled to the front end money?
I don't know.
That,
I don't know how they contract work like that.
That's the way I'm hearing the rumor floating around. That's what I depict from it. And if that be the question, then shoot. If you real, this how some people look at it. If you real, you'll go ahead and cut him in, because that's who got you there. But if you think in business, which they fuck with PVC, and business is, but if you sign for this contract on front end money and front end money only, then you paid. Back end money, you don't get to see none of that. If that's how the contract is. But if the contract say you get some of all the money, then give that man his money. If that's what it is, pay that man.
Right. I don't know, man.
Hey, the better question is, where do Earl go next? Is who you want to see him train with next? You want to see him go fuck with Bomac?
Man, Bozy said he want to train him. Go over there with Bozy.
Oh, so you telling me he want to get Earl so he could hide his son from Earl? You saying his son is scared of Earl?
Man, Boots will beat the dog shit out of Earl Spence, man.
It don't sound like it. Hey, his Bozy, he want his son to be friends with Earl. He don't want no fights.
No, I wouldn't say that. It could work like this, because at some point I believe if Earl stay in the game long enough and Boots move up, they're sequentially going to end up fighting. It could be a tactic of Bozy getting his son familiar with Earl. Could be that.
But why he needs to be familiar with him? He said that his son is the best, and he had beat both of them already. Why he needs to get familiar with him?
Maybe the man sees something in Earl that he wanted to train.
So
but I wouldn't say there's no way that you could say that his son is scared of him. I don't see that. Especially Earl just all his invulnerability has been stripped away. All that's gone. So there's no fighter that's looking at Earl like they would have a difficult time with him. That facade is gone. Earl got to come back and reestablish himself. That's how bad the loss is, So I don't see nobody really being scared of him like that. Trey said Robert Garcia offered to train Earl. Now I think that would be a good fit. Robert Garcia, I think he can show Earl some stuff. He was a champion, I believe. He trained champions. I don't see him really changing a lot out of Earl, but I do see him giving Earl tightening up on what he does, and I think he would give Earl a much better game plan.
Yeah, Robert Garcia, he the best trainer. He used to training guys who got Earl's abilities and stuff.
He bring the dog out of him. Robert Garcia is a good trainer. He had a nice stable. He had Madonna, who went in there and gave Floyd a hell of a time. The first fight got picked apart. The second fight, I don't know who I could say that I would want to see Earl train with.
Hey, y'all know Robert Garcia. He was making calls at Top Rank to get his fighter to fight with Shakur, and that's why Shakur heard and found an opponent.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah. Robert Garcia, he trained Raymond Muratalla, and he was calling Top Rank to make that fight happen. And as soon as Shakur found out, he heard and signed to fight the opponent that he got right now
Ain't he fighting Haratunya?
Yeah. Yep.
Dang, I ain't heard that name in a minute.
Yep. Hey, exactly. He been on a layoff. That's why Shakur fighting him. Haratunya been on a layoff, and he coming off a loss. So it's gonna be a year. It's gonna be a year layoff when him and Haratunya fight again.
See, they want to be like Floyd, but at least Floyd fought people that came off of a win. He would get with people that was coming off their win in his later part of his career for sure. I can't remember too many times he jumped on somebody that was coming off a loss.
Yeah, Robert Garcia. Yeah, that nigga made Shakur tuck his tail real quick. That nigga put that call in.
These boys need to step their game up. That's why I'm glad Matchroom got this card coming up. Maybe it'll light some fires up under their asses and they'll do something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of Matchroom, I think the only thing with Jerron, they gonna run into the same problem.
What's that?
Where, okay, they ain't gonna be able to find these top elite opponents for them. Because, go ahead.
I was gonna say you got to remember who's funding that part of boxing right now. Some trillionaires. Remember?
Well, here's the thing. When you got fights in Saudi, they not funding everything, and unless Durango get a Saudi call, that's it's just clearly on Matchroom and them.
I'm thinking
you got to see.
I'm thinking that Jerron fights what's the word, fan friendly. He got moves. He got deep. He got some defense. He got some pop. He putting people on their butts. I'm pretty sure. I don't see why they wouldn't call that. I don't see why the Saudis wouldn't call that. And if they call him, I'm pretty sure they can call anybody else they want.
Look, man, Stanionis will fight Boots. What y'all got? Giovanni Santilla, and he at 47.
Nobody's saying that they won't fight. They won't fight him. I'm just saying right now, him being in Matchroom, he stands a chance to have more fights and not have to wait as long. That's what I'm hoping that turns out for him.
I think it's some good.
Go ahead.
I just think it's some good fights up there, man, for him at 147.
Yeah, but they not happening.
Why not?
I don't know.
What you mean they not happening? I'm saying at Matchroom.
Oh,
I believe they can get the fights to happen.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I think he in a good spot. I think it'll pop off because prior to that is what I'm saying. Prior to that, it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? The Boots fans to get a chance to see they guy do his thing. I think on a more steady basis. Eddie Hearn might have pulled. Eddie Hearn, he stayed in the game. He got talked about. And I mean, he talked about the drug and everything, but he pursued to stay strong. And right now, it looked like he kind of steadied the ship. He didn't pull the stunt.
Yeah, man.
If I was Jerron, I'm sorry. If I was Jerron in this, I would have went to this fight just to holler at My Excellency 1-on-1 and see if nigga, we can sign like a fight deal so that we can skip Matchroom so I could be guaranteed.
That's doing too much. If Your Excellency wanted a fighter, he'd have already got him. I think he's enjoying the fact that he gets to put on what he considers the best fights that could be made. And he got the money to pull it and make it happen. And since Eddie Hearn seemed like the dude that happened to pop up in his grill first, and make that deal, why would you attempt to go around it? If you could eat and eat good, why would you take the chances of getting kicked out and not getting to eat at all?
Oh, what the thing is, like I said, just because you with Eddie, that don't guarantee you get in Saudi fights.
No, it don't. But look at the talent that Boots displayed, and then look at the talent that has been in front of Saudi. If the man is looking at the talent, then Boots is a shoe-in, I think, to end up getting a Saudi fight. My opinion.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it work out. I just think, he in the same situation, it's gonna be tough getting opponents. Yeah, that's just gonna be the situation. It's gonna be kind of tough getting opponents.
See, they had put him on the what you call it? Oh, what was the what's his name? Canelo had went on when he went overseas. What was they calling it? A European tour. Put him on a European tour. If that be the case.
Now that's what I do agree with. Hell, if you can't get the names you want, at least you can fight once every 3, 4 months.
Yeah. It's some pluses for him that I can see. Yeah, I watched Boots go on the European tour and roll through those boys.
Now, Trey, I got off already, but we ain't even, get like a little recap on that damn Jared Anderson fight. What you seen that, MZ? If so, what you thought about that?
I haven't watched any video or any fights yet. The only thing that I've really seen is Wilder uncovering himself as part of the Matchroom team. I haven't got a chance to see any fights because I went straight back to work, which I need to go to bed because I got to be in that place at 5.
Yeah. Okay, well, honestly, you don't gotta waste your time to go watch that fight because yeah, I mean, I like no disrespect to Jared, but he just had one of them opponents. They brought in a cruiserweight. He was a former champion at cruiserweight, but he was just there just to collect the check. Basically, he didn't take any type of chances at all.
Well, who is Jared Anderson with?
He went Top Rank.
They gonna get him together, I guess. He got to check his mental state. Do he really want to fight? Do he really want to fight? Or is he still trying to second guess himself and figure this out?
Shit, well, he better figure it out because the boogeyman, the Southpaw boogeyman, the Cuban killer, Luis Ortiz on his ass. Luis Ortiz called him out.
Old school Ortiz?
Yeah, Ortiz ready to kill that nigga, bro.
I think Ortiz is no. No. I think Ortiz he's there already. I think the 2 knockouts from Wilder, then Andy Ruiz kept putting him down. I think Ruiz, I don't see it for him. I think he didn't lost a step. He's not as fluent and swift as he used to be.
Yeah, hey, I mean, it's a lot more I could cook on these niggas, but I know what your turnaround schedule is, bro. That's kind of tough on you.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, nigga ain't gonna keep you up too long, bro.
But I appreciate you holding the show down till I got to the crib so I can holler at everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and say peace. Peace to the King, everybody that came through. Holler at y'all next Tuesday.
I'm also gonna say peace.
All right then, bro.